Actually, it's almost funnier because you got Nelly smiling. Hang on, let me get rid of that.
What?
Look at it, it's Nelly smiling. that's when I'm doing the streams by myself. Oh, wrong one. Oh, I got wrong on
Sandy.
Scored up.
Sandy.
There we go.
Sandy.
All right.
Come here. Come here. It's okay. That's a great picture of Nelly.
I know. It looks like she's.
How did you get? I mean, it almost looks fake. It's like
she's
Sandy, come here. I know, like you need to like put that up on like stock photos, and you're gonna be getting royalties on putting that on like dog food bags.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do have audio criticism. So I'm guessing you need to.
Do I gotta lower it? Maybe.
You gotta lower it. What is it?
Let me know if it's better.
I plugged in a different mic. I plugged in a different mic, and I know it sounds good.
Okay,
but
is it better now?
It's possible it's not making the jump across the internet in the intended way.
I can turn myself up. I was tries using a different microphone, and I was like, not better. But if I bring it way down, let's see if it's.
I mean, I did a lot of testing earlier and made it. It was not blown out on my end.
Yeah, unless something changed in a Windows.
Like, do you have me like turned up in OBS or something?
I don't think so. I mean, there was a. What the deal is here?
They're saying it's better. They're saying it's better, but bring it down more.
Down more, huh? Okay, go ahead and.
Yeah, here I'm going to unmute this so I can hear.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and.
Yeah, here I'm going to unmute.
I got you.
So I can hear. Okay, go ahead and. Here, I mean, that seems okay.
Yeah, I mean, no audio levels have changed. It's slightly better.
Slightly better. What happens if I do this?
I mean, it sounds good to me. It sounded good to me before too. Unless it's like something in. Unless it's something in OBS.
I made some slight adjustments on the mixer. Did that help?
I don't know.
We should have we should have done more testing beforehand. But at the end of the day, we're kind of blind until you all tell us.
Yeah, I don't understand because nothing has really changed compared to like. I don't know why things have changed. Let me see. Hang on.
Here,
hang on, let me see if it's this other thing that's changed.
See, I do want to turn off this input sensitivity thing. My air conditioner is not going right now, so we'll see
what if I bring it down
if
like
it causes
this?
a problem when it does kick in. Say what?
I brought it down a bit. Let's see if that helps at all.
Okay.
I mean, everyone's going to be a little bit quieter now, but I can bring up Try's level.
Yeah.
Down a little bit.
I mean, some people are saying good. Try is now his usual, normal, loud now. It's fine now. It's okay. I mean, can it be wonderful?
Yeah, well, it should be. I mean, if anything changed recently, it's got to just be the. It's got to be because of the Windows update.
Oh well, I mean, Windows Windows loves changing, and OBS too, loves changing around audio devices.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Sounds
Anyway,
good now.
that Nelly was extremely funny.
It's especially funny because like I'd forgotten about it. That it was there. Okay.
It's an incredible photo. That's
yeah. I mean, I've been using it as my as the co-host for my morning streams. That's what I've been using.
Yeah. Incredible. John told me that when you all did a live watch of the Nintendo Direct on the Twitch stream and Corey's Cozy Coffee Corner, that you came up with a rating system of from 1 to 10, how much would try poop his pants over
yes,
over what is being shown right now. And apparently 1 was no poop.
Yeah. No poop.
I mean, I would like to hope there are at least I would like to believe that most of that 1 to 10 was actually no poop, you know?
Yeah.
It's just that there's like increasing levels of urgency.
Yeah.
Number 1 is Rich Ledbetter. Let's move on.
Yeah. All right then.
All right then. Let's move on.
Yeah. I hadn't even thought about watching that on stream, and then some people the day before was like, "Oh yeah, that is happening at the time you normally stream on here. You should watch it." And I just thought about it for a minute. I was like, "Sure, why not? Why can't I do something like that?"
Yeah, I mean, I'd have joined you if it weren't just a hair too early for me.
Yeah. It works out. It worked out nice because John's usually it's right before dinner time for him. Or yes, it was
that wasn't mid-afternoon. That wasn't mid-afternoon for him.
Yeah. That's right. It was because he had to leave and go and pick up his son from school.
Mr. Dew says, as someone with hardwood floors, that controller behind Corey makes me nervous.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? I saw somebody earlier in the chat saying it's always a good idea to turn on your PS3 every once in a while to make sure it still works. And today I turned on my PS3 and to discover that nothing will connect to it Bluetooth wise, and also the Wi-Fi no longer works. And I did a search for it, and it turns out that's a prevalent issue with PS3 Super Slims, is that the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi radio chip tends to die. So I have to play wired right now, but I am sending this system off to Krista Lee to fix that, and she's also going to redo the thermal paste on it and change out the CMOS battery.
Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking lately about I should get the thermal paste on my PS3 replaced just as preventative maintenance.
Right.
So after you get yours back, I might consider getting that done myself. And, the Ethernet port on my PS3 Slim doesn't work.
Right, and it doesn't on mine either.
Your regular Slim?
Oh no, on my regular Slim it does, but I mean that system is hacked. I don't. Right. I'm not worried about that one. I'm worried about the one that has all my legit purchases and is not hacked, I guess. Mm-hmm. But the Ethernet port on this doesn't work either. So I just figured I'd send that off. I thought about sending it to Fenris Wolf Retro, but he has several systems of mine right now and has plenty of stuff going on. But so she's gonna give it a big old tune-up and replace that
Sounds like a
that
good
radio,
idea.
the Bluetooth radio. But for the time being, I got to play it wired.
Oh well, not a big problem. I
survive.
find that those the mini USB cords, like I've got so many like really long ones. Like I wonder if there's like a reason that it seemed that it wasn't really a problem to have super long cables from that generation, and like it seems like you don't come across like micro USB cables nearly as long. Like I wonder if there's a reason, just because they're like doing more with the micro, or I don't know if they have more voltage. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I have like a bunch of like really long mini USB cables, and I use them all the time, especially with my my PS3 Fat. Whenever I use it in the retro room here, I always use one of those super long cables with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, either way, like I just feel like it's good to get this thing tuned up, and like
very smart.
I only discovered in like one of the reasons I decided to play this version is because I've been gathering materials for a what's on my PS3 video.
Yep.
Been working on that, like
similar to
actual
the Xbox
progress.
360.
What's that?
Similar to the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Video.
Like I'm using like the framing device is like, hey, the PS3 store is still up. Has no end date, but it did go away for a few days.
And I understand a lot of games are kind of silently disappearing.
Okay, so that's something I'll have to like check through as I'm working on this.
Yeah.
And it's fun, like I think it's fun to revisit those systems that are like so early in the digital era, because there's so many things that just like you realize that never got future releases or re-releases or anything, that just are kind of like stuck on that system. And I think it's kind of neat, like some Sony things, or just like even like apps. Like I talk a little bit about the Metal Gear Solid 4 database.
Oh, okay. I love the Q Games visualizer. Like if I'm just like feeling too lazy or too time constrained to put something relevant on the screen behind me, I'll just pull up the Q Games visualizer.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. And there's like
and there's a game
like Linger in Shadows. Remember that, like that real-time demo, Linger in Shadows?
Linger in Shadows. I keep thinking of Lost in Shadows. That's a Wii game, right?
Right. There's this is something completely different. It's just like its own. It's kind of like a tech demo, but you can pause it at any time, and you can like move the camera around in it.
Interesting. I don't remember that.
And I'm pretty sure there's one, I haven't looked at it yet, is the Killzone 2 Behind the Bullet, where they have like they did a real time demo. Because remember, it was like Killzone 2 was kind of famous for having a
fake trailer,
but it wasn't like, I mean, it like felt like too good to be true. And then when it came out, it's like, oh, it's actually like pretty close.
Well,
to, like, what they wanted to hit there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I think it was closer than a lot of people were expecting. But they did a demo where this bullet kind of goes through these different environments. It was like a trailer or something like that. But it was all in real time, and you can... I remember it like being closer than people were thinking it was going to be.
I mean, I edited that combo PS Sony 2005 and 2006 press conferences. I put in the higher quality footage that they put up on Digital Foundry a few weeks ago, and so this is very fresh in my mind, and there's so much stuff in that just does not look anything like a PS3 game. Granted, I only ever played the Killzone 2 demo. It just didn't really seem like my kind of game.
Well, maybe it's not close. I haven't watched the trailer in a long time, so I think it'll be kind of interesting I'll go back to it, and then I'll talk about that a little bit. Like it just seems like a fun video to do, but there's like a lot of stuff, and this is a good excuse for me to just like get a little bit of footage of like everything that I have on my system. Which is like more than I had on my Xbox, to be quite honest with you. Space was not quite as much at a premium on the PS3 as it was on the Xbox.
Right. At a certain point, you kind of consider the PS3 your main console of that generation.
Yeah, exactly.
Or maybe you did in general. Like there were certain series like Mass Effect that you played on 360, but
yeah, exactly. Well, yes, I did play those on the 360. It just depends, you know. Like some games felt like it was an Xbox series, but I like that first Mass Effect that series felt like an Xbox series because the first one for the longest time was on the 360 exclusively, like console wise.
Yeah. Even when the second game came out on PS3, the first game didn't come out until the trilogy set.
Right. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'll switch over to the game.
Yeah. I see Stellar say Hardcore Uprising is a game to get before the PS3 store goes down, which is a Contra series game, of course. And it is worth noting that you can still buy that. I think I know that's backwards compatible. So you can still buy that on Xbox 360.
Right.
I don't know if there's a Steam version of that, but if if PS3 is your main or only console from that generation, then yeah, definitely a game to make sure you have. And a game that looks so incredible if you like upscale it to 4K because it's like 720p pixel art. Oh wow, this is like stuttering super bad, like crazy bad.
Like the gameplay is?
Yes.
I mean, it looks like it's okay now.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, it's bad again. Wait, well, it's not as bad as it was, but it was doing a lot of like really long pauses.
Oh, let me try this. Let's see if that helps.
Okay.
So, it turns out I have finished this version before. And I for some reason, I feel like if you do a second playthrough of it, it tells you what Yorda's saying. Does that sound familiar? I'm sure people in the chat can.
That does sound kind of familiar, but I wonder
if I needed to like load something from before, or if it just like tracks that.
Okay, I guess it's fine in the stream. I think it was just stuttering on my end for some reason.
Okay.
Anyway, I've only, I actually come to think of it, maybe I did play through this version.
Because, I feel like the Japanese version had a bunch of stuff in it that was not in the US version or something like that.
I don't, I honestly can't remember if I played through this version. I know I played through it once on PS2. I kind of thought I had never replayed it, but now I'm kind of second guessing myself. I wonder if I can see on the PlayStation app if I have trophies. Let's see. Before I get too involved with that, I should note that Dad1153 dropped a $2 super chat. Thank you.
Thank you.
And is Audie visiting to plug the new Bubsy compilation? I not to my knowledge. I don't think
that came out.
I don't think he's hiding somewhere around here. Last I saw, I think he was somewhere in Europe for some MSX event. And there was also a notification that Legendary K4 has been a member for 31 months in a row. Thank you.
Thank you.
saying, don't catch streams often, but wished you were at Retro World Expo this year. Maybe you'll be back next year. Wanted to say thanks for all you do. We saw via show, who I didn't know he was going to be there. You know, we met him
in Long Island, but I mean,
we've seen him twice at Long Island, and I know I think it was only one time we saw him and his girlfriend Mary. We saw both of them once at Retro World. I didn't know. I knew he didn't go there every year, so I didn't know he was going. But yeah, he posted a picture from his point of view of a panel with infidelity on it, saying, and he apparently mentioned us, thanking us for playing his NES to Super Nintendo ports. So yeah, that's interesting.
This is, I think, a launch window game in the U.S. It was not right away. We were pretty much dying about, like, been thinking about the box art all day.
Yes.
Because I'm not gonna use the PS3 version box art for a thumbnail. Like it's like the definition of like gritty, like U.S. box art for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like ultra gritty, but it's like it's so silly.
Yeah.
It's so silly.
But yeah, I saw the mention about Infidelity mentioning us like playing as NES to Super NES ports.
Yeah, you've done a bunch of those.
Yeah, and you've done some too.
Have I?
Yeah, you did Zelda, for sure.
Sure. Yeah.
I've done a lot of the Mega Man ones and the Metroid. So, you know, like I had played Shadow of the Colossus last time I was playing on stream, but I went on and finished that, and then the next day, and I immediately after that started Last Guardian, and I finished The Last Guardian on Friday.
Awesome.
Yeah, you play Last Guardian, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, I've been excited to hear your thoughts. I mean, because I've been saying for years, like, people seemed kind of let down by it, but I kind of feel like it's misunderstood.
For sure. Yeah.
Because you're befriending and learning to work with, a strange, unfamiliar, wild animal. Yeah. And, figuring out how to get it to do what you want is the game. Like, I feel like people were missing the point of The Last Guardian as much as I was missing the point of ICO the first time I played it. Because I've probably said this before. I know I said this on the Backloggery stream. I may have said this before here as well. But when I played ICO, it was after it was like later in the year after the same year that Prince of Persia: Sands of Time came out.
Yeah.
And that was like, that game like really set a high standard for, this kind. I mean, maybe I shouldn't say this kind, but like action games of that sort, right? Like, it set a really high bar in terms of just like, navigating the world and all the acrobatics you could do and stuff. And I was focused too much on when I played this, it was like, but yeah, it just feels like you just can't do a lot of moves. You just can't do a lot of things. I was the guy that the American box art was trying to appeal to.
Yeah.
I was just, like, I think that's where, gameplay first is a good sentiment, but I think that's where it can be somewhat problematic as well, right? Because sometimes you're so focused on, is this game doing anything interesting, anything fresh, or does it feel like a step back from this game or that game, and I feel like you can get kind of hung up on those things and miss the point of the game, which is, in this case, is about, a small boy who can't really do much, but has to, like, be brave and defend himself and defend a friend who he can't even understand,
Right. And I mean, that's
So-
that's very similar to what Last Guardian is.
Yeah, there's a lot of similarities. So I think Last Guardian was where like I went to the Last Guardian with the right mindset that you need to understand this game as well in a lot of ways, right? And I think people were just frustrated, like, oh, it's just you can't get it to do what you want it to do, and it's like that's the point.
Yeah, as you figure out how it works and how it functions,
It's
you're
not
like,
that
okay,
hard.
so once it starts jumping on these little things, it's just like, just chill out for a second with your directions, and it'll keep on going where you want it to go.
Right,
It's
right.
like
I mean,
you learn it's like the nuances about it, and like
Yeah.
how to, in a way, like manipulate it and into doing what you want it to do.
right. And it's almost like, I mean, maybe people were frustrated because it's like, like if you're riding on the creature, it probably feels like you've got like, a 4-second long input lag from like entering the button to it
Right.
like jumping or whatever, right? But like, that's all a considered part of the gameplay.
And the thing is that you might have like that input lag, but I don't think there's any part of the game that you feel like you just like have to rush, like you have to like, or you don't have enough time. Like,
Well, I mean, obviously there are a lot of parts of the game where like the entire like structure is falling apart, in part
Right.
because of the creature's size. But
you usually have enough time. You usually have plenty of time, or if you're on the beast, it'll like just be jumping along and moving to the next place where it needs to be.
right.
It just like kind of does it automatically.
So you liked it.
I thought, you know what? I thought it was great. I thought it was fantastic.
I'm very glad to hear that.
Okay, so
I
there
feel
is
it's
subtitles
really
here. Like, I feel
underrated.
like there was not subtitles for anybody before, so maybe this is all like new.
I think Eco had subtitles, but Yorda didn't. Or she might have had like stylized subtitles that wasn't
maybe.
like an actual language.
Yeah, but either way, like I thought that it was good, and like I was a little bit nervous that it was gonna go on for too long, but I feel like it really doesn't go for too long. Like it felt like pretty much a perfect length for something like that, and because usually like none of the puzzles are like difficult to figure out, but I do like that there's like it was kind of refreshing, I guess, in that there's multiple ways that you can go, but you can get off the path of like the direction you're supposed to be going, or the solution to move on. And there's like no yellow paint or anything. There's no like meters like telling you like how to do it. So I wrote some of my thoughts down after I was done with it for like the year-end video. And I decided that I was going to play this game as if I was the first person to play it. Like where I'm not going to look up anything. I'm not going to ask around. I'm just going to try to figure it out. And I just feel like all the puzzles you might get stuck for a little bit, but you just haven't like looked at the environment too much, or like some of the visual cues did not click into place for you.
Well, I'm really glad to hear that. It sounds like you had a great experience with it.
Yeah. And like I appreciated the climax of the game. It has like some good build up, but I think what I like about these games, like playing this and then playing, having played Shadow of the Colossus and Last Guardian like so close to each other, it really makes me appreciate this world that exists, and that I love the fact that there's like so much in it, but it's so empty, and like so and it never answers that stuff, and I love that there's just like a lot of like big giant weird structures and a lot of weird magic, and it makes you wonder like what happened to all this stuff, what happened to these people, that like that there's like so few people like in the world, really, because like the village that the kid is from in Last Guardian, it's just like a little square cut out in the middle of the woods. And I like the fact that, like the structure that, or the place that you're trapped in that is like inside this giant crater. It's like it's impossible to get out. The only way to get in and out is to fly. And it's pretty cool. Like I really, really liked it, and it did some stuff that I was not expecting. And
you should I mean, I know it might be a pain, but you should download the free like VR demo where you can like interact with Trico.
Wait, that exists?
Yeah.
Is it a PS4
PSVR1? PSVR1, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I forget what it's called, but there's just a demo where you like there he is, just big old Trico.
Interesting. Oh.
I don't really remember what you can do in it. Like, I don't know, throw barrels for him to eat or something. I don't remember. It's definitely a thing though. I am 95% sure I'm not hallucinating this.
Yeah. I don't think that there's any confirmation that all three games are in the same universe, but I feel like they're in the same world. He doesn't even need to say it. You can tell just by the architecture.
Yeah, there's a very consistent, just artistic vision behind it all.
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of gonna miss that in his new one, unless it's
I saw KCW say I'm interested to see what comes of Ueda's next game, and I was so happy though, even though I'm sure it's going to be a bit different, but
it's not translating it.
I was so happy to see that he is making another game, because I don't know, like I guess I kind of just assumed he was going to be done.
Yeah, it felt kind of like what's his face that did Earthbound. Like he just doesn't have any desire to make any more games.
Yeah, well, I mean that game industry was never really his main thing anyway. It was just kind of a side thing.
Yeah. And I don't know what Ueda has done outside of.
Yeah, I mean,
is this like his main thing? I don't know.
I mean, I think he's an artist of some, extent.
Look at this. Hey, it's like I got something for you. my 2x4, like walking tall here.
But it doesn't the shadows that you see in Shadow of the Colossus, like, don't they have like a lot of like kind of the horns?
Yeah, I think there's probably like lots of little references.
Oh, Symphony says Trico is spelled Trico, like eco is eco.
Yeah. Am I looking for
I always thought Trico because it's like the third game.
Oh, yeah.
Try. Like Monster Hunter Try.
I don't know if there's something I'm supposed to be doing here. I feel like I gotta do something else with the.
So I was playing a little Death Stranding 2 before the stream.
Yeah.
And I was just like trying to deliver materials to, an auto paver to make some road. But like I had to skirt right by some enemy territory, and they came for me, and they just like they could be pretty relentless.
Yeah.
And like this guy was just driving a truck, and he was just like literally just like backing into me, and then just like driving forward, and like as soon as I get up and try going the other backs into me again. Yeah, like I could not get away from this guy in the truck. He just kept backing into me. It was pretty funny.
Is it one of the people like they don't care if they kill you, like they're not afraid of void outs or whatever?
I don't know. So I mean, like minor character spoilers. There's a character called the Pizza Chef.
Yes.
And
Pizza Tommy.
Yes, and after you deliver to him the first time, he sends on the social thing a coupon. And he says to access it, because you had mentioned something about like you heard there was a way to like actually like kill enemies and potentially cause void outs.
Yeah.
And did you ever try that, or did you see that message?
I didn't. Maybe.
So he says like, oh, like get a coupon off your next pizza by holding the right button to go into the weapons menu, and then hold L2, R2, and circle. And that causes your weapons to go into like lethal mode.
Oh.
So I'm like, I was immediately like, oh, I am turning that off.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a lethal mode.
Yeah, like it's like kind of hidden. Like that's a very Kojima kind of hidden secret, like secret hidden in plain sight, like the codec, number
right.
on the game case for Metal Gear, But anyway, yeah, that was. I was like, I do not like. That's interesting, but I don't want to unintentionally make like a ton of void outs.
Yeah, exactly.
But because like one happened to me, and like the mark is still on the crater is still on the map.
Yeah, those happen. There's like a totally optional thing later on where there were like the really big BTs. You can like catch them and use them like Pokemon. And that's like what those fights are.
Oh.
And that's just like a side thing. It's like a totally optional thing. Save at number 6. Let's just sit down.
That's kind of a sterile save menu.
Yeah.
But according to the PS5 dashboard, I'm exactly 50%.
Oh, okay.
Although who knows how that's calculated? I mean, some chapters are like 20, 30 minutes, and some chapters are hours long.
Right, exactly. So, like kind of a heads up, I guess. Like when you think that you're about to go into the end game, you should set aside about like 5-6 hours.
Oh,
like at least 4 hours, probably 4 to 5 to 6 hours.
Wow.
Because like once you kind of get into that, it's pretty relentless, and you're also not going to want to stop.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Thoughts on Perfect Dark not being able to be picked up by Take-Two Interactive? Oh, is Microsoft like prevent it from happening? Is that what the deal is?
Yeah, apparently they were just like apparently like there were offers to like, hey, like we'll take this and like get it finished, because I mean it seemed like the game was on the right track, like it seemed like things were progressing, and it looked that demo they showed was so good. It's really disappointing, and yeah, apparently they were just like, well, we've owned the IP for too long to give it up like that. Oh. And it's like, really?
That's their excuse.
Yeah, they made one game at the Xbox 360 launch, and it's bad.
Right.
I mean, it's not bad, but it's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good. I mean, the Perfect Dark HD is great. That's fantastic, actually. But that's not a new game, so like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
So there's no duck or anything like that. So
yeah, that's so disappointing because I mean that was legitimately quite high on my list of games that have been shown and announced that I was like looking forward to. Like certainly probably the Microsoft game I was looking the most forward to. Do you remember if the like off-road trucks were in Death Stranding 1?
The off-road trucks,
like the big trucks.
Yeah, there was big trucks, but I think you like sit inside of them or something like that. Like it's not like, how he's like on the outside.
He's like exposed, yeah. But like you can carry like so much stuff.
Oh yeah,
in it.
yeah. So you're totally enjoying it. Sounds like. Yeah, I mean, don't you feel like it's streamlined in all kinds of good ways from the first one?
Well, see, I mean, I am enjoying it, but like not much has jumped out at me where I'm like, oh, that's new. Like it's like there probably is a lot of new things, but like I guess my memory of the first one might be, a bit incomplete maybe because like there's a lot of things that could be new, but like I couldn't tell you for sure if that element is new or not. Like I was asking about the trucks, I couldn't remember. I know that like the tricycle things were in it.
Right. I mean, also just like the fact that the combat, you don't have to, like I said, like you don't really have to be afraid of killing people.
Mm-hmm. I've definitely been getting more and more.
So I didn't feel like I had to be really that stealthful.
Right. Well, I mean, I've tried to be stealthy. I did a really good job of clearing out like it was like a 14 enemy camp, and I stealth killed all of them last night.
Oh.
Except for the very last one.
Yeah.
I was pretty proud of that. But in the first game I avoid combat as much as possible, and I have more or less been doing that in the second game as well, but the more I've been exposed to combat, the more I see that it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
You always like feel reluctant in some ways because of like how much you're carrying around and how it encumbers you and stuff, but
right. But I like the fact that you can just take off your backpack and leave it when you need to.
I've never done that, and I've been afraid because of the like there was a thing on the social strand thing about porters, some guys stealing porters backpacks, and then there's also those chiral creatures that
the little
like I don't know what they actually do, but one NPC like had me recover something that had been stolen by them.
Okay.
So like I've been afraid of like losing stuff like that. So I've never really dropped my backpack. I've just
I only would take it off when I needed
stuff in my truck.
Oh.
But anyway, yeah, like I mean, I really like it, but it feels like I can't tell the difference between Death Stranding 2 and the first game. Like having been 6 years since the first game, right?
Well, that a big part of that is because like he decided that he wanted to rewrite the game.
Right. I do know that.
Started the entire story over.
I do know that, but still, like I've been surprised by the extent to which it feels like more of the same. Like I thought it was going to feel more different. And it's good. I enjoyed the first game, but I'm enjoying this a lot. I was actually thinking earlier how there's The way that it compels you is like in some ways not too different from like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, where it's just like, oh, like here's like, a road I could pave like nearby. Like how like can I make that happen?
Yeah.
And then you end up like, oh, I'm not too far from this. Maybe I'll do this. Like not to the same extent that Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are, but there's light elements of that, I would say, in terms of just like what compels you.
And it's like, oh, this is close by. Or you think about like, all right, I'm heading this way. What else? What other orders can I pick up that are going to that same place?
Right. Or like, oh, like this guy is way far away, so I'm not going to deal with that order, but I could pick up orders for this character because I'm going to be, going by there or something,
Yeah.
So yeah, like there's it. I mean, much like the first game, like it's difficult to articulate why I enjoy it. But I do enjoy it. It's strangely compelling.
Yeah.
But I thought like it was going to feel a lot more different. Like I mean, I didn't really watch anything but like the first trailer. I probably saw a little bit of another trailer or something, but like I tried to generally not watch anything. And like I guess I kind of just assumed that there would be like something core to it that felt different. Like maybe even if it was something just as simple as, the NPCs are no longer like speaking to you from underground, right? Like maybe there's more face-to-face interactions or something like that.
Right.
Which there maybe is to an extent, but I think I was just expecting like something core to it to feel more different than it does. So I mean, I guess you could say that's a disappointment, but at the same time, like I mean, I'm having a great time with it,
Yeah.
And I'm surprised by, I thought the story felt pretty wrapped up with the first game. Like I didn't think it needed a sequel, and that's why I was surprised that a sequel was happening.
Well, yeah, exactly.
In part because like I was just like, I don't really know what in the end, like how people felt about the game, but it's like, it's definitely like kind of an insane concept to make a AAA game out of.
No,
like,
well, that's what I think is kind of amazing about it, is that like they got the budget to like make another one.
Oh, exactly. I was just like, this is not like I thought people by and large didn't like the first game because they're like, you're like slowly lumbering across the country.
But the thing is, it's interesting though, if you kind of like look at the reception to the first one, like how it changes over time. Like there's a really good, I listened to this really good interview with what is it, like on the Post Games podcast, which I think is a very good newish podcast, talking with Video Game Donkey, the YouTuber, if you're familiar with him.
Yeah.
So he like notoriously like hated the first one. And like he made this video talking about like as a Kojima fan and just like tore it apart, like all those things he hated about it.
Yeah.
And then he like played it again. And in the year since it came out, like he said in this interview, he's played it like 4 times. Played through it like 4 times. just like how it kind of like, once you kind of get over your initial idea of like what you've decided it's going to be in your mind.
Yeah.
And just kind of accepted it for what it's doing.
For what it is, yeah.
Yeah, like I think that's what's happened is that over time, I think that it probably didn't do well initially, but it's done better since that. Like in the time since it came out, because like the sentiment slowly changed. Like it's this weird game, but it's like strangely compelling. Like if you just kind of give yourself over to what it's trying to do, and just like accept like this is what the game is. It's not. It might not be like what I thought a game by Kojima was going to be, but it's like it's crazy that like he just did what he wanted to do.
Yeah, well, I mean, it does feel like a Kojima game, but it's such a bonkers idea of like yes, we have this large open world, and like, you know, combat's not a big focus, and you're just like carrying an absurd amount of heavy stuff around, and you know, falling over and stuff. Like it doesn't sound like anything anyone wants to play.
Yeah,
but
they made it harder to like really
it,
screw up in the second one. They definitely they removed a lot of the friction of the first one.
But the, you know, I think what makes it compelling in large part is that it forces you to slow down. Like the nature of the game, you know, makes you slow down and think more about, you know, each step along the way, right?
Right.
And it's not that you're just like running past, you know, everything so fast. And, you know, I remember I found it very interesting when I beat the first game, and I noticed that there was like lead level designer, and it, you know, in a game that like takes place entirely outdoors on one map, like you don't think of it being level design, really. It's just an open space, right? And I was like, you know, that's really interesting, because it really does feel like level design, though, because I found myself becoming more familiar with the world and the different places that I was going back and forth to and revisiting. So I was like, yeah, that makes actually a lot of sense that there was like dedicated level designers, because it did seem like for an open world that the terrain and possibilities of how you could go from point A to point B were quite varied, and the way you could use the tools to accomplish that. So I thought that was interesting. I mean, I do think it's got a good world layout.
Yeah.
For open world.
And it certainly does not have nearly as much talking. You know, like it's not stopping you nearly as much. Because when I revisited the first one after finishing the second one, I'm like, I can't actually believe how much time it takes for them to like just constantly explain things to you.
I mean, that's typical Kojima, though.
Right, but it kind of like lets you figure it out here.
The second game gets to gameplay like much faster.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, I'm sure if I went back to the first game, I would see like a lot more of the improvements.
Yeah.
But it does like feel like more of the same from a distance, right? At least like with this much distance from the first game, like it feels like, you know, just an expansion on that. Which again, I enjoy, but I think I was expecting something a little more different, but I'm fully invested.
Nice.
Were fragiles like shoulder hands a thing in the first game?
No.
I don't remember.
That's all
that.
like new.
That's all new. Okay. Like I noticed that they had like a character entry in the codex thing.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like Fragile's hands or Phantom hands or whatever they're called.
How about the insane graphics on that, the first like flashback or whatever, with like the spinning wheels of fire.
Oh, like all the particle effects.
Yeah, it was insane, right?
Yes. And then I
So did you ever see like any of the things of like him like looking like Snake? Was that all?
Yeah, I had seen pictures of him like with the bandana.
Yeah.
Yes. And like what's kind of funny is like all the camera work, and then there's like the squad behind him, and then like the fireworks explode and stuff. And he looks kind of annoyed.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, this is too much. Let's get to the point. The real question is Death Stranding 2 a better game than the Eternal Cylinder? You know, in a lot of ways, like Death Stranding, like before Death Stranding had a sequel, like I would say that they're like kind of comparable in the sense of just like there's nothing like them. There's nothing like either of these games. You know?
Yeah.
Like they are entirely what they are. Like I can't think of anything else like them.
Like,
huh?
Like after I finished it, you know, like I just found myself really appreciating, you know, for all the crap that Kojima gets for like having like so much dialogue and cutscenes and stuff in games. Like I feel like his games have so much more gameplay than a lot of games do.
Oh yeah, well I mean he the gameplay he comes up with for his games is tied to like the themes and concepts of the story and the world he's trying to build.
Right.
And you know, so he's always thinking outside the box for gameplay concepts because he wants like that in the story to be kind of intertwined. And that's why I think I don't mind you know, excessive dialogue in Kojima games in the same way that like I might in say a Trails game. Mm-hmm. Because or just like, you know, overly wordy RPGs in general. I want dialogue in a game to primarily either advance the story or preferably be relevant to the gameplay. And most dialogue in Death Stranding is relevant to the gameplay because a lot of it is, you know, the people at the facilities are describing to you what this new item they're giving you does and stuff like that, right? So they're like providing or talking about a facility you need to visit or something you need to keep in mind for the next mission. Like it's gameplay relevant dialogue. And then, you know, of course, then the story cutscenes, you know, advance the story and the mysteries of the world and everything like that.
Yeah.
Whereas like a lot of RPGs, and it's okay because people like this, but me maybe a bit less so. So much dialogue only serves like character development or world building. And it's not really advancing the plot. It's not giving you relevant gameplay information. And I would prefer I mean, I'm not saying you don't need world building and character development, but I would prefer that to be embedded in dialogue that also either advances the gameplay or advances the story.
Oh, yes.
And whereas like so much of the dialogue in Trails is not doing either, they're just saying something about the world that doesn't have anything to do with the plot or the gameplay. They're saying they're giving you an idea of who this character is without advancing the plot or the gameplay. And I want those things. I want character development. I want world building, but I want it to be more streamlined. I want it to be embedded in the rest of the dialogue, you know? Does that make sense?
Yes, it totally makes sense.
And that's why I like you know, the NES Dragon Quest games so much, because
from now on, when I like am sitting on a couch, I'm trying to like get somebody to come over and like sit down, I'm like, come over and save your game with me. And he's like,
let's save our game together.
Yes.
You're gonna be come on, Nelly. Come on, Nelly. Let's save our game. But yeah, I like the NES Dragon Quest games so much because, you know, most NPCs are telling you things like that you should follow up on, like, you know where to go, what kinds of monsters you might run into, what kinds of weaknesses they might have, something that you might need to carry with you because of whatever challenges lie ahead. And, you know, I think that is compelling and interesting.
Yeah. All right, I don't know if that's the way I'm supposed to be going. I'm sort of surprised this has not gotten a remake yet, or at least a PS4 version of some sort.
Yeah,
I feel like they could easily port this version.
Yeah, like a full-on visual remake, I feel like could be a tough sell.
Yes,
just because it's not as popular as Shadow of the Colossus, but
right. But I mean, just port this version.
Yeah.
Especially since this is Blue Point's version, they could do it.
It is something that deserves to be playable, like on current systems. I don't. Is it like is there a PS2 Classic version on PS4?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's definitely something that should be playable on current systems for sure.
I don't know. I feel like The Last Guardian might have been like a flop. Like I don't think it like sold well, or ultimately it didn't sell very well.
I think people just didn't understand it. So
yes, exactly.
It had, you know, maybe not the best.
It's a game like there's like input lag and stuff, and people will say, oh, there's, you know, if you play it on a PS5, you can play it with like 60 FPS. I don't feel like the frame rate affects it at all.
No,
like I think that it
I think the problem was more that, you know, the frame rate was inconsistent. It's not like it's not whether like your input lag is high or not. It's just like if you did play this on a PS4, it chugged. I mean, it was like Shadow of the Colossus on PS2, you know?
Yeah.
But people liked Shadow of the Colossus on PS2. I think there's just more awareness of like frame rate stuff, you know, by the time The Last Guardian came out. But it's a great game.
So I mean, it's a lot of stuff like you're seeing right here, right? You can climb on this thing, but there's nothing really calling out saying like, "Hey, climb on this."
Right.
And that's if you kind of just understand the game is sectioned off in a way that you can't miss something. Like the solution is always there.
Well, you know, I think John made some really good points when he was covering the HD versions of Tomb Raider, like Tomb Raider 1 to 3, because he was like talking about how, you know, intricate and complex the level design was, but you could only really do that where, you know, you can stand on any of these ledges, any of these squares on this grid. But if you tried to design a modern game with that kind of level design, there's so much more visual clutter and more just detail.
Right.
And the reason yellow paint exists is because the graphics themselves are so complex. It's hard for the player to parse what can I interact with and what can I not.
Right. Because
what can I get on top of and what can I not? So they drop these visual cues, and you know, it's refreshing to go back to a game like the original Tomb Raider, where the geometry is so comparatively simple that you can see all these things that you can interact with, and sort of it becomes a puzzle of how do I get up there, and that's not really part of most gameplay these days, aside from maybe something like Death Stranding, right? Like Death Stranding, I think is in a lot of ways an attempt to get back at like making navigation, like moving your character physically is like the puzzle, is the gameplay, like figuring out how to do that. And that's what it was in a lot of these earlier 3D action games. And I've said it before, like, I think that's why I still enjoy, or maybe even enjoy more in a lot of ways, like these first two 3D generations, because developers were still figuring it out, and not every game plays the same way. So like a big part of the differentiation was like, oh, in this game you move in this way, you can do these things, you can interact with objects in this way, and there weren't, consistent commonalities between how you move about or do certain things in a lot of games. Like, they started establishing standards and best practices and stuff, but now too much of it is like standards and best practices, and the basic movement in most games feels pretty similar.
Yeah.
And I find just like it very interesting to like play these earlier generations of 3D games, and it's like, oh, they were trying to do something kind of surprising here, like it becomes about these unique ways of interaction in a way that is maybe less the focus these days. Yeah, there was a notification that Shadow Mask has been a member for 47 months. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Saying, is it weird to not be stabbing giant monsters in the brain? Is it weird?
Not that weird. I saw someone say this is the worst puzzle in the game, and I don't remember,
I was about to say that.
I don't remember what the puzzle is.
This place feels a little familiar.
It's just in here wrecking the place.
Yeah, did something.
That's also what I liked about...
That's a really good animation, I think, all that falling apart.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things I liked, though, about Last Guardian. I felt like none of the areas wore out their welcome. And it does kind of... You do find yourself, like, revisiting places, like, not on purpose, but, like, sometimes, like, you fall all the way down, and you're like, oh, we're all the way down back at the bottom.
Yeah. I see Frank Bohr saying, try, is your fiber okay? Yeah, we haven't even talked about that yet this stream. I got fiber internet on Monday. And in a lot of ways, the installation was smoother than I expected. I didn't have to move like all my game systems in the living room, which I was very concerned about. And once that was set up and going, I'm getting my 2 gigabit up and 2 gigabit down. And that aspect is going great. I did a bonus stream Monday afternoon, play some Final Fantasy 14 and some Death Stranding 2 just to make sure things were stable, that I could maybe do a little higher bit. I didn't go like crazy with the bit rate because I don't think Twitch actually wants that much. But I pushed it a bit higher, to see if things were stable and looking good, and some kind of more, high definition, chaotic looking games. And so yes, that the speeds are great. However, there is an issue with how things were set up, which is calling what Henry Clark informed me as being double NAT. I'm sure we've got some other IT professionals in here. Networking stuff is like I hate it. I hate network.
Yeah, it's never fun. It's never fun.
Kudos to people who just like bit the bullet and learned to do it. You know what I mean?
I figured my way around a little bit as much as I need to, but
yeah. But anyway, so there is this issue.
Yeah.
Of
you got the double nasty,
nasty. the double NAT, and that's causing issues with our NAS,
Yeah.
the network attached storage servers.
Well, just like certain ports need to be forwarded.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, like, that's just a Band-Aid on the problem.
Yeah.
Like, my understanding is it's like doing some sort of IP address translation twice. And that can just cause some problems and stuff. I even got a message from Google that was like, oh, it sounds like some shady stuff is going on with your internet connection. Oh. And I'm pretty sure that's what they meant by it, is like this like double translation, this double like IP address translation. So yeah, it was we just need to solve that. And like I really would have liked to have made more progress on the PC Engine video, but like I spent so much time on tech support. I have made progress. I've at least recorded the VO.
Oh, that's cool.
It's progress. So, but yeah, I spent so much time with tech support, and ultimately, like, it sounds like there was some issues with the setup and the provisioning and access to features that like the tech support team I was able to talk to over the weekend couldn't do. So that like I need to talk to like the local tech support team that only works, Monday to Friday. So hopefully I can talk to them tomorrow and it'll go okay. I might do another, maybe I'll play some more Death Stranding 2 in the afternoon after fixing that to make sure that streaming goes okay. Do that on the Backloggery stream for the bonus stream, and then we'll do more Parasite Eve tomorrow night. There was a notification that Jamook has been a member for 3 months. No comment, but thank you.
Jamook on the Twitch yesterday.
Ah, nice. Excellent. Oh yeah, I see that there is a notification from yesterday that Jamook has resubscribed to the Twitch channel via Prime for 5 months.
5 months, yeah.
Excellent.
Maybe
it sounds like, there was... what was it? Like last week on the Backloggery stream, like people were talking to each other about, oh, I'm still thinking about this from... I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, oh, it's from Coury's Cozy Coffee Corner.
Really?
Like, whatever. Yeah, people were like there were at least 2 or 3 people who were discussing Coury's Cozy Coffee Corner.
Really?
Something that you were talking about on the back, like during the pre-stream for Backloggery this past week. Like you're getting a following. You're getting people who are craving that every day.
That's wild.
What was it? I think it was Sephi and maybe Stefan or someone else.
Yeah.
Do you remember Mr. Do? Or I don't know if you were watching, but fastener orifice.
Twitch.
I got no context for this, but someone was like I think it was Boyce, or I don't remember who it was. Someone came, or Stefan, someone came in and said, Sephi, I'm still thinking about fastener orifices. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah. So for some reason, Twitch's like profanity filter censors or wants to censor as it says, like it claims it's a sexual term, the term screw hole. And it keeps on happening, and I think that like Scott Snyder is like trying to like break it, like by putting spaces between the S and the REW and stuff.
Like, was this a term that was relevant to the game you were playing?
He was just talking about like modding something, I think.
Okay. Yeah, you got to unscrew the screws from holes and put them back in holes.
Yeah.
They're screw holes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they are.
Yeah.
So you were coming up with alternative words.
Well, they were, yes.
I mean, orifice is a much worse word.
Yeah.
Than a hole.
Yeah, than the screw hole. Yeah. No.
So there you go. Now I have context over. But there was like at least 3 people in the Backloggery pre-stream like
they were laughing
discussing about it. Corey's cozy coffee.
It's funny because like it's
like
maybe it's the fact that like maybe the streams themselves are like not super exciting and everybody's like, you know, entertaining themselves more so.
I mean, it's community, right?
Yeah. It's
like,
fun.
I don't know. Like you are like I feel like you have achieved enough consistency in the past month that like people are going to be upset if it stops becoming a thing.
Yeah, well, I'm going to keep on doing it, and you know, like I put it like on a schedule, like you can like have a visual schedule on there, and you know, like there's times where I won't be able to do it. Like I had like a meeting at 9:30 on one of the days, and it's just like I can't do it, you know, and it's just I will do it every day that I am able to do it. But I'm getting way into this Pokemon though. Like I like it.
Yeah.
I actually like straight up like think it's really fun. Dustin played with me yesterday, and we did some co-op. Like he came into my world, and we did some raids together.
Really, that's a thing? Like
it's just like against like one like high level Pokemon, and it's like when you win, you can like it's like 100% catch rate.
Oh.
So you can get like some really good Pokemon this way. And Dustin has put like so much time into this game. He has like a complete Pokédex in it.
Oh wow!
And, like all his other stuff. Like he's put like a crazy amount of time into the game. So we were just running around. He was like explaining some stuff for me, and it's been good because like I really invite the like the backseat driving from you know, like everybody on the stream. Like it's fun.
Is can you like run around the world together, or is it just like sectioned off like
No, you can run around the whole world together.
Really?
But you can't do the storyline together.
Okay. But like anywhere, and like can you wander through towns, or is it just like fields where there's monsters?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like anywhere you can go into towns and stuff like that. You guys can I don't think that it matters like how far apart you get. And if one person like there's these crystals all around that are for the raids. And if one person like goes to one, it's like, oh, you're like you can have 4 people running around in a world, I guess. And it says like, you know, Dustin is trying to do this raid. Would you like to do it with him? And it just like warps me into like to where he is for the battle. And then I go back to where I was at.
Kind of sounds like, you know, although I don't know if you ever actually did much of this, like when you were playing Dragon Quest IX, but it kind of makes me think of that.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
I don't think I didn't. Well, no, I know I didn't play online Dragon Quest IX because I was I played it on vacation. There was no online. There was a EB Chill super chat 9 minutes ago. I apologize. Although I was, we were talking about EB Chill's. EB Chill was the one who reminded us of fastener orifices being the term that people were talking about that I couldn't remember. Anyway, EB Chill 2 says, "How was Try's meter watching the Nintendo Direct? Are you referring to the how much would Try poop his pants over this?" I assume is what he's referring to. I listened to a tiny bit after the fact of y'all's stream, and I did hear the Try poop meter brought up. I would say I was able to comfortably, like, you know, hold it in and go after the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, nothing was like, I mean, the Virtual Boy stuff I thought was like, is really funny and fun.
Yes.
And neat. But I think the thing I'm most excited about is like the Dragon Quest 7.
Oh, Dragon Quest. Yeah, I mean, it's weird that they're doing that one, but...
No, I think it makes sense. I mean, considering the only remake that it's gotten is the 3DS one.
Yeah, but I think... I think
did it run?
The ones that are stuck on DS are, or at least for their Western releases, like 5, 6, and 9, I think are in more desperate need. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't play through the 3DS version of 7.
I would not be surprised if there's HD 2D versions of 4, 5, and 6 in the works.
Yeah, or will be.
Yeah.
I hope it happens. But yeah, I mean, it was not... I wasn't blown away by the Direct.
No,
it was good to get a release date on Metroid Prime 4, but it was really weird how, like, I kind of wonder if it was like real touch and go, like whether they were going to be able to lock in that 2025 release date. Because oh no! She got carried.
No.
They flew her away.
I know. I got her.
Whew. I think that was a pretty close call.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mr. Beyond says, "I don't want 4, 5, and 6 to all look the same again like they did on the DS," and that's a fair point.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. But anyway, what was I saying?
How many of these things are there? Jeez.
Yeah, I'd say Dragon Quest 7 is my least favorite Dragon Quest, but I think, I heard the 3DS version improves on a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I
trust this will even more. So
I'm really digging how this one looks. Like it's kind of cool because they seem like almost like they were inspired by like Fantasian, by like modeling it, the stuff.
Yeah.
Like
I heard people talking about that. And I see you there, Joshua Helmke, with your 199 saying I don't know if you I'm meant to write this like Gollum, but it's like, let's see how long it takes this Marc to read this.
That's what you read it as?
Well, he wrote Texas's.
Oh, Texas's.
Let's see how long it takes this Marc to read this. I used to be able to do a better Gollum than that.
That's pretty good, I gotta say.
Well, okay.
I was not expecting it to be that good.
Oh, okay.
I didn't realize, I didn't realize the Gollum voice is like a thing.
Before trying to do it.
I didn't realize that the Gollum voice was like a specialty of yours.
I don't know.
A hidden talent.
Hidden talent.
That's gonna be the last.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, even though Dragon Quest 7 is, at least on PS1, is probably my least favorite Dragon Quest, like, that was still probably the most exciting thing other than Metroid Prime 4 release date. But what I was saying about Metroid Prime, like, I wonder if it was kind of touch and go, whether it was, because there was talks about how they're like kind of missing, like, Retro Studios has been missing like some milestone deadlines and stuff like that. So I wonder if it was really uncertain if it was going to make it in time.
Yeah.
For this year. And the fact that there was no voiceover, there was no, Koizumi didn't say anything. Like there was nothing, like, they weren't like, well, what did you think about that? Metroid Prime 4 will be releasing on December, whatever the date was, like they always do that. Right? Yeah. And there was nothing. Like, it was just like, here's Metroid Prime 4. They didn't introduce it. There was no voice before or after Metroid Prime 4. Like, talking about. Like, it was just, I thought it was kind of, I thought it was kind of just, it was weird. It was weird. Like, I feel like announcing the release date of Metroid Prime 4 is a really big deal, and they just kind of
did it.
They just kind of did it.
Yeah.
I thought that was really strange after people have been chomping at the bit for a release date, you know?
Come on.
And especially after people thought it was going to be sooner. Like, I don't know. And then there was like nothing else to tie in. Like, you know, usually like they're talking about Amiibo or some other, like, you know, stay tuned for a Nintendo Direct, you know, focusing on Metroid Prime 4. Like, there was nothing. There was nothing. Like it's weird. It's weird. Like, it almost makes me like a little worried. Like, I know people who've played it, like the events have said it's incredible, but like it almost makes me worried that like they're like, ooh, like we know this is like not meeting expectations or something, you know? Like what's up with how they just like, did anyone else feel that way? It's like that felt like that should have been the biggest announcement. Like, I thought they were going to lead the Direct with like, here's Metroid Prime 4 release date.
I will say that like the motorcycle stuff like seemed fun, but like I have a hard time like caring like after the fact. Like, it's like, oh, that's kind of neat that's what they're doing here.
Yeah, I'm completely indifferent to it. Like, it, you know, until I see how it plays out in the game world and how it affects exploration. It could be good, it could be bad, it could be neither, you know? Like,
right.
I'm reserving judgment. I have no opinion on that until I've played the game.
How many of these freaking things are there?
I'm just open-minded about it. You know, we'll see how it plays out. I have no idea.
I wonder if these enemies just keep them coming.
And then, like, I would be excited about the new Fire Emblem. I like that they didn't go back to the Fire Emblem Engage character designs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't do that again, because I hear that the gameplay in Engage is great, but I can't stand the character designs. But the fact of the matter is, I am, you know, already 2 Fire Emblems behind. So I'm just like, I will absolutely get it, but I'm not excited. You know? In fact, you know what? I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to put, even though I know it's a longer game, but if we're only doing 5 games a year, I should be able to handle this. I'm going to put 3 houses. Right now, I'm going to put on my list of ideas.
Yeah.
For pledge games. Let's see.
Yeah, I was thinking about games Awakening.
Okay, yeah. Awakening's fantastic.
After today's game sack, I really feel like I want to get my 3DS video outmodded, like my new 3DS XL.
I did not. I've not watched that yet.
I know. I only skimmed through it out, but I was like, oh, I want to get this done. I have a regular 3DS XL that has it, but I like the idea of this new one. Come on, you got Nope.
I feel like I had more ideas written down for pledge games, but so far the only 2 ideas I've probably had others like float through my head, but so far the only 2 that I have written down in here are Fire Emblem 3 Houses and Final Fantasy Stranger of Paradise. I'll have to come up with some more.
This is good too. I gotta get back to Zelda. I'm in the water temple. I don't know.
Okay.
Like I just like have lost a lot of my interest in it, and I feel though I'm gonna push through this person looks like Cher kind of. But I want to, like, I'm just like in that water temple, and I just need to do it.
If only that 2x4 had a nail in it to help you out.
That's all it needs is just one nail.
Yep.
Maybe you can put you could break one of those horns off and put it. Like I did some like research and stuff like on what the chronological order of these games are supposed to be, and people come up with theories. It's such an interesting thing. Like, oh, like they have a theory like I don't think that the creator has, and it doesn't care. All these games are like what happened first.
No, like he's, he's just making his art, and like I don't think he's like overthinking. Like he's just making what he feels, not what he's like. He's like not like he's trying to evoke a feeling, not like tell an intricate story.
Right. But I love the world though. Like I just love how empty it is, and
yeah. I mean, he probably doesn't know the answers to these questions himself. Like it just like, oh, what was this civilization? What was this? What was that? And it was probably just like vague ideas that inspired him, not like he probably doesn't have like a canon book of, all these things,
Right. Yeah. So earlier today, I went with my son, who was invited to go see the Demon Slayer movie. Demon Slayer is an anime.
Oh, yeah.
And here I was going into this movie that is like, I've never seen any of them. I know nothing about it. I know that like Sega's made some games of it. And this movie is like the first of 3 movies, and it comes after like several seasons of this show.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, this thing was gosh darn close to 3 hours long.
Oh, wow.
And I did not know what was going on in any capacity. And it's just like it like has that like one of those tropes about anime that like I don't really care about or don't really get into. It's like very Dragon Ball Z, where like they're literally just fighting the entire time, and throughout it just has character development like throughout, like as they remember something, or it has a flashback.
Like in the middle of a fight?
Yeah, throughout the fight, like constantly. Giving like backstories to like everybody. Okay, so now this demon like gets his head cut off and is not dying. It's like standing there, and it's like sitting like this demon standing there has no head. It's just like a severed neck, like where there's a head, and it goes into like, I swear it had to be like an hour-long flashback for his entire backstory. And then when it's done, then he dies. And like I understand that like people like really love it, and like everybody I was with was like so into it, and like that's fine. Like it's just,
you would have to have the investment of the seasons of the show behind you to even,
and also like there's a manga that it's that all this stuff is in the manga, and like I was with people who read it and like, oh, like this stuff like goes so quick on the manga, and then they like stretch it out to be like such a long flashback. And like I don't know, it always just like it's like such a Dragon Ball Z thing where it happened like the main characters like come so close to dying every time, and then they find out how to like unlock a new level of their power, and then they win. Right? Like that's like what Dragon Ball Z is. Like every time it's like they are getting destroyed, and then they figure out a way to like break through their power limits.
It's like the power, like that was like kind of a lot of the stuff that was like making me just like, whoa, during Trails of Cold Steel. Is it's just like, it's all this stuff about like how strong this person is compared to this person, and how the power levels rank between these people, and why are you holding back on your power? What are you holding back for? You know, that kind of thing. Like the whole and you know, it's not something like I hate. It's just something that like doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, and like I understand, like people, like, you know, I see For Love of the Game is saying you have to watch the whole series first about understanding humanity left behind, and that's like that was just my impression of it going in, knowing nothing about it, and then being in this movie, because like I felt like the flashbacks were fine throughout, but then it's like that specific one at the end that goes on for like an hour. You know what I mean? Like it felt like that one, it kind of like sucked away a lot of the momentum that the game had up to or not the game, the movie had up to that point.
Yeah,
they had this really long, drawn out flashback that is not even in the to this extent like in the manga.
Yeah, but like a trope that like I just accept it because it happens so much, but like I just don't understand is like the whole we must fight each other to understand each other. You know, like you know, like the whole like Solid Snake and Gray Fox, like, you know, like I mean, it's just like it has to everything, like there's no avoiding this ending without these two people fighting, like even though they have no like logical reason to fight, you know?
Yeah.
Or like, you know, we won't understand each other until we have fought each other on the battlefield. Like I accept it, but it's just like it conceptually does nothing for me.
Yeah. I see, like, For Love of the Game, like this is just my opinion from like having no recollection, you know, just like kind of, or like knowing nothing about it. And I understand like that's, but it's just, you know, it doesn't mean anything. It's just like, it's not a series that I would watch anyways, you know. It just not.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't watch like much, if any, like new anime anyways, except for like Frieren is the one I do like a lot.
We fully understand that like Coury's perspective on this is meaningless, and that's, I mean, we're laughing at it, right? We're laughing at your perspective of going into this with like no context and what that feels like with no context, right? So yeah, we're not making fun of the thing. we're just laughing at the situation Coury found himself in.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, because, you know, like all the people we were with, like, really liked it. You know, because they were familiar with it. Yeah, and I also got like one of the ices, and I never tried this before, but like the people we were with, like, oh, you got to try mixing the wild cherry and the blue raspberry together.
Oh,
I highly recommend it.
You seem to have no idea what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you remember what to do here?
Nope.
All right.
I do remember that big door closing, though. I mean, did moving all of those torches do anything?
I think I needed to move. I got a cutscene after I moved them all in the place, but now I can't. They sunk in.
You can't move them again.
Yeah, I can't move them back out.
I mean, you can't open that door where Yorda's standing.
I tried to bring her over there, and did not open.
I mean, maybe you just gotta move on because you ain't going through that door. Like, can you go? Is there anything to do, like, in the other room? I don't think you're doing anything in this room. That's my feeling.
The torches in here turned on too, so maybe it's something in here. But yeah, I mean, you know, like it's meaningless what my opinion is on it. You know, like like there's almost no chance that I would like watch this series, and like watching the movie did not make me want to go back and she getting taken away here? I don't think there's any left here.
Oh, that seems disturbing.
Yeah, is she gone? Oh, he's running away. I didn't even see that. I wonder if you like leave her alone for too long. That happens anyways. But yeah, I mean, like I enjoy older anime, you know, like, but it's just there's just too much. There's too much stuff to keep up with. I gotta make my choices.
Yeah.
But you know, like he's gone and seen stuff with me, so I was like, if you want to see this, I will absolutely go and watch this. And he really liked it too, and he read all the like the manga for it too, and he's like, he said he himself said, you know, like they moved through his backstory really quickly in the manga. So I was like very surprised that another person was like, oh, so this is how they're stretching it out to be 3 movies instead of, you know, like I think this person went in thinking that it was going to be just one movie that covers the whole thing.
Mr. Dude wants to know if you wore your dad tax shirt and ate half the candy.
I didn't. There's so many people with us, and the amount of tickets that were sold, like there was like a gap where I had to buy an extra seat like several down from like the rest of the group because I was the last person to buy them.
Mm-hmm.
So my son was like way on the other end. So he got everything, but I did take my icy and his empty icy, and I refilled it before we left. I said, I didn't get any of this. What are they gonna do, right? Are they gonna tell me like, oh, you can't fill that up again? You know, like they aren't paying attention.
There was a $5 super chat from Matthew just now, saying, "Hello everybody. Another solid MLiG Akiriyama rolling in his grave stream." I mean, we did praise the look of the Dragon Quest VII reimagine. I don't like that title, reimagined.
I don't understand why they. Yeah, I wish they had just called it its name.
Like what? What's the?
Isn't it Fragments of the Forgotten Past or something like that?
Yeah, here I'm grabbing it right now. Yeah, Fragments of the Forgotten Past.
Yeah, like why not just call it that?
Like I was sad that they didn't have the Dragon Quest, like they aren't using the subtitles for 1, 2, and 3 on these remakes, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's does it say it in the game though?
I mean, the Japanese title is usually translated as and into legend, but it's seeds. I think it's Seeds of Salvation, and
the second one, I think, or isn't the second?
No, Seeds of Salvation is what they started calling Dragon Quest 3 with like the mobile game. But so obviously they're just coming up with something different. I'm pretty sure it's like and into legend ... or ... and into legend is this Japanese subtitle, or you know, it translates that way.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that name.
Two is like
I can't get in here, can I?
Oh, what's the term that Dragon Quest 11 is always using? Like, it's not like Paragon or something. Like, what is the main character? What?
Oh,
what's the word they always use? Because Luminary. Yes, it's like luminaries. Like they use the word luminary in the Dragon Quest II title. I'm trying to think what it is. It's like it's luminaries something something or something something luminaries. I forget. And I think Dragon Quest I has a subtitle too in America now, but I can't. I don't remember at all what that one is. I feel like it was kind of lame. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Switch, eShop, Dragon.
She doesn't get very far back from the explosion. She could have just gotten a face full of wood splinters.
Satan's counterattack. Luminaries of the Legendary Line. I do like that. But then what's Dragon Quest I has a subtitle too. And I don't remember what it is. Let's see. I'm worried Dragon Quest is going to bring up a lot of games. Oh, they just call it Dragon Quest. I'm pretty sure they have given a subtitle to Dragon Quest I at some point.
Look at how he's like. Look at how he waves his arm around. He's like,
he's like, come on over here. Come on over here.
Get your ass over here. Have a seat. Let's save our game. I mean, it would be better if he like tapped it, you know, or tapped the cushion, right? He's just like, come here and sit.
I gotta look this up. Dragon Quest I subtitle. I swear this has a subtitle at some point. I don't know. But anyway, there was more to Matthew's super chat saying, side note, Conjuring 3 was met in my opinion. 2 great scares, rest was trash. I don't think I've seen any Conjuring movies.
Really? It seems like it's like a whole series, right? Well, isn't it like Annabelle and like it's like the doll and the
I mean, Drum and I
the nun part of that, because I've heard of the nun.
We don't jump into horror series until we're really ready, because we commit hard. So I don't think I've seen any of those.
Was like the Conjuring 3 was like, is it the last one?
Oh.
The Last Conjuring.
So I
gotta get Yorda to stand on this, don't I? Come here, Yorda.
You know, maybe this could potentially be an idea for a stream. But or maybe it could be a good Twitch stream for me even. I pulled a bunch of games off my Switch shelf and my PS4 and PS5 shelf. It's like,
why do I have
like it's inspired by my experience last week, right?
Yeah. You had your very own Shing.
I had my Shing moment.
Yeah.
Of all things, I did not expect. I mean, I know I don't like the Gunvolt series, but I thought Mighty Gunvolt was going to be different, you know. And like I would not have expected of all things for it to be the Shing moment.
Yeah.
But I made 2 pile. Well, actually, the PS4 pile is a little more split. But I made, like, for each system, I mean, a pile of games that I'm like at least 90% sure. Like I have tried them before, or like they're like completely redundant with another version I have. But like these are like one pile is like I'm 9% sure I want to get rid of this. I've tried it, I didn't like it, or I already own another version of this and I don't need this version. And I mean, another pile of games that's like, I haven't tried them yet, or I haven't played much of them. And I'm like, but like, I feel a little like unsure about them, you know? Like, I kind of feel like, yeah, that one might be a mistake, right?
Yeah. So
but you know what?
Can you tell us what the game is?
Well, I was going to ask if you wanted me to like maybe go through some of these.
Yeah, you totally should.
This could actually be a really fun, like I don't know, like I could do like afternoon Twitch streams or something.
Yeah.
Like try like one or two of these a day. Or
Set it up where you're ninja, where you just like capture a little bit from them.
Yeah.
I tried that for a minute, and I was like, I have too many games here to like be able to do this.
But anyway, but I'll tell you what, I did while I was like, you know, trying to resolve, like taking a break from like trying to resolve internet problems, I did pop in one or two.
Yeah.
And you know what? Remember how I didn't like Save Me, Mr. Taco?
Yeah.
And I didn't like Haiku the Robot.
Yeah.
Well, another game that like I bought, like again, because it like kind of had like a Super Game Boy-esque color palette that like appealed to me. And I was like, oh, this, like I keep buying these games. I keep buying these games that look like Game Boy games. Or like have a Game Boy color palette. And like I keep being disappointed by them. Well, guess what? I tried Kunai, and I put it back on the shelf. It's awesome.
Oh, okay. That one's, I've heard that's like isn't that like a Devolver Digital one, or is that?
I think it's like the arcade. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to bump that. Hang on. The arcade. It's the Arcade Crew and Turtle Blaze.
Oh, okay. Well, I would trust Arcade Crew.
I forget who Arcade Crew is. I know, I recognize the logo. Have they done some stuff with Bitmap Bureau, maybe?
Well, they did like Blazing Chrome and stuff. Or they had they published that.
Right. Joy Masher's the developer.
Right.
But so I don't. Maybe Turtle Blaze is the developer here. Then I don't know, but it's like this is legit really good. Kunai. I mean I don't know. I played probably 25 minutes of it.
Yeah.
And like I was already like, okay, this is good. Like this feels really good to play. This is fun.
Is that still available anywhere? Like I feel like it's something that I had looked at one point, and
I don't know. The copy I have is limited run. I don't know if anyone else did it. Like maybe there's like a PAL or
all right, well, no
Asian version or something. I don't know. But anyway, but I think the main hook of it, like after like maybe 15, 20 minutes, I collected these kunai, and there's like one for the left hand and one for the right hand, and they're like R and L, okay?
Okay.
And they're like connected to a rope, and you shoot out the left or shoot out the right, and like you can like basically like climb up like between buildings and stuff, like alternating left and right. Like it's like it's got like kind of cool fit, like it's really cool.
Yeah.
Like I was already like on board with the game before I got to that point, and then I'm like, oh, so this is the hook. And it's like it actually made me think a little bit of Ninja 5.0.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Where like, you know, it revolves a lot around the grappling hook, but it seems a lot easier than that. Like Ninja 5.0 is very technically challenging but rewarding.
Yeah.
This seemed easier to get into, but it was really good. Kunai. I'm actually really excited to play through this now.
Nice.
So see, this kunai was on the pile of like, I need to actually give that a try.
Yeah.
But these other like games that I bought because they had like this Super Game Boy style color palette aren't panning out for me, right? But this one I'm excited to play now,
Mm-hmm.
So here's my the pile of Switch games that I need to try is downstairs, so I'm not going to grab that.
All right. This is the stuff that you're like.
This is the stuff that I'm like 90% sure.
Yeah.
I want to go.
Unless someone's like, dude, don't get rid of that. It's really good. Right now.
Yeah, but like, okay. First of all, like the main reason I'm getting rid of this is redundancy, but
yeah, I have plenty of those. Yeah,
I'm not a huge fan of it anyway. But Axiom Verge.
Oh, okay.
Like I prefer the PS5 version or PS4 version because this is one of those games that ties jump to confirm. Like if you change the button mapping in the game, like it'll put confirm on B.
Right. Okay. So you already have it anyways. Do you get the one that has like both of them on it? I ended up getting rid of my single one because I just got the version.
No. Well, but and I did not buy because I knew I didn't like how they do the button mapping on the Switch version. I bought Axiom Verge 2 for PS4.
Okay.
And like people really loved the first Axiom Verge. I thought it was good, but just a little overcomplicated.
Yep.
And
we talked about that in the Switch video, I think.
Yeah, and I recall someone in a stream chat at some point saying, you know what? I also didn't especially like the first Axiom Verge, and I liked 2 a lot more. And like, you never really hear people talk about 2, so it kind of makes me think like, oh, like maybe 2 is the one that people who don't especially like the first one.
Yeah.
Like, So next, this is Save Me, Mr. Taco. Taco as in like the Japanese word for octopus. I played this. I think it was when I was traveling to Midwest Gaming Classic earlier this year. Like, this has like a real Game Boy looking aesthetic, and I was just like, oh man, I love my Game Boy aesthetics.
Yeah.
What can I say? And I played a good several hours of it, between the plane and a little bit in the room, and I'm just like, this game is boring me to tears. Like it's just so
who's got
boring.
time for that?
It's just really boring, and it's like it just keeps going and going and going, and like it's not short, and it's boring.
Yeah,
like it's boring.
And this is the definitive edition, the boot.
Yeah, Save Me, Mr. Taco Definitive Edition. Like it's got a charming art style, but it's just like the level design is so boring. But the levels are they're not like super short or anything. So they're longer than they need to be, and they're just boring. It's not procedurally generated environments, but it's boring. It's boring. Here is another game that, again, this is redundant. And like I don't especially like it. Like I would, if this was my only copy, I wouldn't get rid of it. But I wasn't the biggest fan of Transistor. But
interesting. Okay.
I also have the PS4 version, and that's the version I played through anyway. Like I guess it's possible the Switch version could be like more complete or something, but it just says I don't know if there's like DLC or anything, but like I'd rather have the PS4 version. I think.
That's what I have too. So, yeah, I got rid of that version too. That one's worth a decent amount. You know, like
which one?
I had the Switch version, but I also had the PS4 version.
So you got rid of the Switch version?
Yes.
How much? You said that you got?
I feel like it's like actually like one of those ones that's just like worth a little bit of money.
Okay. Anyway, the gameplay was okay.
Yeah.
But like it didn't grab me. Like I
should
Bastion.
Really play it because I've never played it.
I liked Bastion more. I mean, it certainly wasn't bad. It just didn't. I expected to be really hooked by it, and like I just thought it was fine.
Overthinking this.
Like the gameplay I thought was just fine, and I really disliked the ending. But then like I learned not long ago that apparently there are better endings if you replay it, which I didn't know. So it kind of makes me interested in maybe giving it another try. But like the ending really soured me.
Oh, jeez, I must have screwed this up. I died and I just got sent back really far.
Uh-oh.
Like an idiot.
Well, it wasn't that far, right?
That's far enough.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Oh, wow. Death Stranding 2 is what Save Me Mr. Taco could have been.
Yeah.
Sure. So next, again, this game is like super redundant.
Super redundant.
An amazing game, though. Amazing game. And that's the vanilla version of Shredder's Revenge.
Yes.
Like there's just no reason to have this.
I assume you have like the definitive edition.
Yes. I mean, not only. I mean, I think I've got more redundant versions. I know I have more redundant versions of this.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Yeah. And
I've got the Japanese on my I can't remember if I put it on there or not. I think I did on my one of my PS one of my PS4 and PS5 piles. I put the Japanese PS4 version of Shredder's Revenge, which I only bought because it was surprisingly inexpensive, and it came with a soundtrack.
Yeah.
CD.
Yeah.
And I'm
you can keep that soundtrack. And
exactly literally the only reason I bought it was because it came with a free soundtrack, and it was I don't know, $30. I'm I would have I'm pretty sure it's the full soundtrack and a jewel case. Let me double check on that, because I would pay $30 for that soundtrack in a jewel case, right?
Yeah.
That was the only reason I bought that version of the game. Let me see.
He's so lucky this board doesn't break.
I have this alphabetized on my CD shelf under Mutant. It's in the M's because it is Mutanto Mutanto Toruzu. It's not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's just Mutant Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it says it has the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo, but the Japanese, the katakana is just Mutant Turtles. Shureda no some kind of kanji. Whoa, Chris Waters has fighting words here saying Shredder's Revenge is pretty boring. Streets of Rage 4 is way better. I mean, I like them both for different reasons.
Yeah, I was going to say, here's the counter argument. Why not both?
Why not? Yeah, I mean, I like both for different reasons, but
yeah,
it's just that Shredder's Revenge is more my kind of game in general, I would say. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Streets of Rage, but like I think, you know, as a Nintendo kid that grew up with, you know, the, like, you know, NES Turtles 2 and stuff like that. Like that's just like, I think a firmer part of my gaming background than Streets of Rage is. So it just kind of resonated with me a little more.
Yeah.
But I say that as someone who isn't the biggest fan of Turtles in Time. Like, I think Turtles in Time is fine. But Shredder's Revenge, really loved it. Excellent music.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm going to put this back on the shelf and then go through more of these games. And you know, part of this all as well is like I'm close to out of room on the Switch shelf.
What the heck just happened?
Like, and you know, of course, Switch 2 is starting. You know, the Switch 2 section of the shelf has started. So so anyway, I like, part of me is like, a thought that has crossed my mind several times is like, can I just like make it like forever with the shelf space I currently have for Switch and Switch 2 and PS3, PS4, PS5 in that section?
Yeah.
Like, could I is there a game I don't care enough about?
Well, what about like the like
every time
Kirby,
I get a new
what do you
game,
think about that Kirby and the Forgotten Land? Would you consider trading in your Switch 1 version?
That's I mean, that would be hard. That would be hard, you know.
Yeah. Even though it has both versions and you can play the same game on the.
It would be hard just because of how much I like that game, and that was like, you know, that was like a really landmark game for me, you know. So like to me, there's like value in that original version, but you know, like, who knows, some year in the future, like if I needed space on that shelf. But I mean, deep down, I know this is unlikely, but like, I have been toying with the idea of like, could I make it for the rest of my life with
just your shelf
space on these shelves? And just like, if it gets to the point where it's full, like, I have to find the game that I care the least about.
I mean, that's a good idea.
To like make room for the new game.
You know what? I agree with you, and I think that I'm going to commit to doing that right now with what I got back here.
Because, well, yeah, you don't have room to expand.
Right.
Like try to make it for the rest of your life with the shelf space you have, the shelves you have now.
Yeah.
I mean, and maybe someday, like, you'll like be inspired to come up with some awesome new shelving system, but that's going to be harder and harder to get to, because, like, let me tell you, companies don't make media depth shelving anymore. Like,
right.
I've been very disappointed with the selection, like, in the past couple of years. Like, it's fallen off a cliff.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I could do that. I mean, I've already cleared up like a lot of space as it is, and I could definitely pick several things that I don't care about already.
Yeah. So anyway, to get back to going through my pile now, this is sealed, although I bet it's like basically worthless. But I have no reason to unseal it. Shin Megami Tensei 5, like the vanilla version.
Yeah.
Like, I got this because like it seemed like it was hard to find at launch, and you know, it was exclusive to Switch. You know, I had no reason to believe that like another version was going to be coming out anytime soon. So I was kind of like, oh no. Like, I honestly don't even know, like, will I like non-Persona SMT? Like, I really don't know. I didn't like SMT. Like, I gave SMT 4 a pretty good try. Like, I played that for probably like almost 15 hours, and like, I was just,
it didn't do anything for you.
It just wasn't doing much for me.
And I think that, like I have like so many of the games in that series and I've only really played the Persona stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, maybe I'm the same way. I mean,
I don't know.
That Soul Hackers 2 was like really cheap at one point.
Right.
It was like $10, and it's like, well, okay. But like, am I really going to find time or care about playing that? Like,
yeah, I mean, I think that straddles the line maybe a little bit more between like Persona and like mainline SMT, but like I'm interested in trying Soul Hackers 2. I did play a demo of that. But yeah, Soul Hackers 2 was like so cheap. It was like probably like $10 or something. But anyway, but like someone gifted me actually a PS4 copy of SMT Nocturne.
Mm-hmm. That's the third one, right? The HD.
Yes. And I know that game is like hugely beloved. So I want to give it an honest try, but like I don't know. Like maybe mainline SMT is just not for me. Like I'm absolutely going to give someday Nocturne and SMT5 Vengeance, which I have it on PS5. That's why I can get rid of the Switch version that I absolutely don't need. The Switch vanilla version. So there's just no reason for that to be taking up space on my shelf. But maybe one day after I try SMT5 on PS5 and Nocturne on PS4, maybe I'll just be like, man, mainline SMT is just not for me. But I'd like for it to be. We'll find out. Can you not like swing the chain? Can you I feel like, can you make chain swing? Like, can you like hold the circle button or something to make it swing?
I wonder.
I feel like you can.
Oh, okay.
It seems like a critical gameplay point we need to know.
Well,
am I right?
See, that was my main. That's like my main issue with Last Guardian. Is that like it really doesn't tell you anything, but it gives you like the little prompts or whatever on screen saying like use this are gigantic.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? Like
I don't remember. No, I don't like stuff
enormous.
Like that, but I don't remember. Oh, I do have Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
Yeah, same here.
I hear it's good. I want to play through that. I have it on Wii U.
Yeah, see that's I got rid of that one. I got rid of the.
Yeah, I like right now. I'm only like really focusing on like Switch and because like I'm not desperate for space on my GameCube, Wii, and Wii U shelf. Yeah. So, but like I am soon to be desperate for space both on Switch and PS3, PS4, PS5 shelf. Oh yeah, there you go. You can recreate the box art right here.
I feel like I might be moving through this a lot faster than I did the first time. It took me 6 hours apparently, according to my time in my first playthrough.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's generally what people say it is like.
But I wonder if I feel like I'm more receptive and like moving faster because after playing Last Guardian and stuff, like playing.
You're kind of in that. I mean, you've been stuck in some places for a little bit, but you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Anyway. Next on I'm pretty sure I want to get rid of this. What I tried of this was pretty bad. I mean, maybe I'll pop it in again just to be sure because you know what? It probably is better on Switch 2. Mm-hmm. This game probably is actually significantly better on Switch 2. But I booted this once, and honestly, it's not really my kind of game, but like I got it because of the characters that are in it. Like, I don't know, the more I think about it, like I'm like, I really should test this on Switch 2. But it's a Mighty Fight Federation. Are you familiar?
No.
Like, so it's like a 3D fighting game. It's like, I don't know, kind of like Probably I think it's like a more of a free roaming thing, like, like Power Stone or Air Guys or something. But it's got like, I don't know. I should give this another chance. But when I played it on Switch 1, I was like, oof, this is rough. Anyway, I got this because of the characters. It's got Miriam from Bloodstained. It's got Kunio and Ricky.
Oh, weird.
It's got Ukulele. It's got Toe Jam and Earl.
Weird.
I think I kind of feel like it might have like Shantae. But she's not on the box. There's an instruction manual here. This one was premium edition games.
Oh, okay.
And I think, like, I guess it's got like a lot of characters that I'm pretty sure are original to it, but it's got like a ton of like indie cameos, which is neat, right?
And it's probably like why it has like any kind of notoriety.
Any kind of notoriety. But it seemed pretty garbage. But maybe playing it on Switch 2 would improve my opinion. I will give it a chance. Next, I played about an hour of this and I was not feeling it. It's Giga Wrecker Alt from Gameful.
Yeah.
Do you have that?
I think I got rid of that one too.
Did you even try it?
Nope.
I was not impressed. I was not impressed at all. It's like, it's kind of a neat idea. Mr. Dew is asking, what the heck is that? It's so it's a Game Freak game, non-Pokemon Game Freak game, and you like you have like some sort of ability to like collect junk in the environment and make this like you're like can like, I don't know if it's like magnetized or whatever, but you like make this like giant junk ball and you can do things with it. But it wasn't very fun. It wasn't very fun. Now this one, amazing game, but I accidentally bought somehow 2 copies of the Contra collection for Switch.
Oh. So that's an easy... I can't believe, like, you still would have that.
I think I asked various people, like, do you need this?
Yeah.
Like, maybe Drum would take it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll ask. But, like, people, they're like, no, I got that. So it's just been sitting there. This one, I think, is actually worth something. But, like, I was just not impressed with what I played of it. It's Fox and Forests.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this was, like, maybe the first...
I feel like I gotta jump...
The first time, like, in, all of the kind of, small print run, direct-to-customer business where, like, I bought something and played it where I'm like, man... Like, maybe I should start being more careful about which ones of these I buy.
That was it. Yeah. And it looks good in the screenshot.
It looks great.
It looks very Super Nintendo-esque.
Yeah. You look at this, and that's been the case with several things. Like, you look at this, and it looks exactly like something I would want to play. And, it just wasn't. It just wasn't. So, this was not something where I was like borderline. This was something like, yeah, this looks exactly like something I want. But but at the time, like there was just, I had less experience like being disappointed by this stuff,
Yeah.
And like in a similar way, like, something that could maybe make the chopping block someday, but I didn't do yet. I didn't pull off the shelf yet, was like, and this is in part because I kind of have a little bit of a affinity to it because of the video we did, but like some of those games that I covered in that, like, you know, budget games on physical video that was like, is such an outdated concept now. But like, it was all those games like Soadesco and some of those other publishers. Like there was that game, Narrow and Tinker, the City of Lost Colors. And like, those are not great games.
Yeah. So, but I assume like some of that stuff is like, it got to be on the chopping block, right? Like the City of Colors or whatever.
Yeah, like they're not good games, but like I feel
they're not bad games, but they're also just like they're not really like generally worth like keeping, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I like I don't know, like I still, for now at least, I feel a little bit of an attachment just because of that video we did.
Yeah.
See, what you just did with Yorda is like very similar to The Last Guardian, where it's like, oh, what's she gonna do? Like, can she make that jump? Like, you're like trying to encourage her to come, but like, you know, you're like not 100% positive. Like, is this something I can do?
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of ways, you know, like it's just, you know, like this game and Last Guardian are just about like communication.
Yeah.
Communication and like how, you know, like
communication with
somebody,
with
like
someone that literally can't understand the words that you're saying.
Like different communication, not like through words.
Right.
Like feelings, I guess.
Anyway.
Yeah, I see Joshua Helmick says, I love how she gets more interactive as you play further into the game. And that's like how Trico is too. You know, like as you spend more time with it, it starts to be able to, you know, kind of understand a bit better and trust you. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
And that really shows, like, in there's those moments where like the whole game goes into slow motion and you don't think you're gonna make the jump and it catches you.
Yeah.
Or if it misses you and you like somehow grab its tail.
Do you think the game? Do you think playing the game after you came to own and come to love a dog, like,
for sure, yeah,
maybe had an impact on your reaction to it?
Absolutely, yeah. And like the noises it makes, you know, like it's like a mix of like so many different things, but like a specific like the really high pitched like kind of whine it does. You know, like it's just like such a dog noise, like kind of, and it's just like I can't even like do it properly.
But anyway, now here's something that's on the chopping block for sure. And you know, again, this was just because you were mistakenly sent 2 copies. You didn't buy 2 copies. Is Gunvolt Chronicles Luminous Avenger X? Like,
I always thought it was 9.
It's X because I played like an hour of it, like years ago when I was doing the when we were testing games for the NSO controllers video.
Yeah.
I played probably like an hour of this, and I was just like, oh.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's how I know, because I'm pretty sure the game had Japanese voice, not English voice, but they were like Iksu.
Okay.
So it's X. Do not like that game. You know what's another game that I don't like? And this, again, this is a bad version. I gave this game an honest try, and I just was not feeling it at all. Like I played several worlds into this. Is a Hat in Time.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, I have the PS4 version. I think I streamed that one. I could see myself going back to it. I feel like I need to restart it.
Yeah, it felt like a dishonest assessment of what makes nostalgia for 3D platformers. Like it was like, oh hey, remember when games were like this? And it's like, this really isn't like those games. In my opinion, like there's superficial elements, but in practice, it doesn't actually play like them in the ways that I would enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, next on this pile, guess what? It's Haiku the Robot, which just didn't seem especially well made. It's like it didn't seem horrible, but it also felt like I could also play a game that doesn't have the 50 hertz Unity issue.
Right. Yeah.
Instead.
And you're not even sure if it's going to work consistently when you boot it up.
Exactly. Next on the pile, guess what? It's Mighty Gunvolt Burst.
Yep.
Next on the pile, guess what? It's Sharon the Wanderer, the mystery dungeon of Serpent Coil Island, but not that other one, whatever the title of it was, because that one seemed good. And it's like, you know what? Like, I don't like just because I own one other game for the system that I want to play, like, doesn't mean like I have to play the next game.
Exactly.
You know, like there's like this mentality where it's like, oh, well, like I got to play the series, or you know, I got to own all of them on Switch. It's
I think that's like something that, like, I feel as though I need to let go of just like, you know, I don't have to, just because I start or play a series. And I think that so many people get caught up in that kind of thing. Like, oh, if I'm going to play this new game on this series, like I got to start and play them all. Like the idea of like, of like hearing somebody say, whenever a new entry in a series comes out,
Yakuza, Trails, those are the big examples.
Yeah, well,
it's like so overwhelming.
Well, not even that, but I think that sometimes when a new game in a series comes out, people tend to think, who have not played any of them, think, oh, now like I want to be a part of the like the hype conversation. So now I gotta play them all. Maybe it's time for me to start this series.
You know what? And you know, I can fall into that mentality as well, where it's like, oh, you gotta start from the beginning. But something that I realized a long time ago, and I should like act on this more often, just because like I don't. Like, it can happen to me. Don't get me wrong. It can happen to me, but it doesn't happen to me to the same extent that seems to happen to most people, or at least what most people think they will feel, is they think like, oh, I want to play these games in order because it's going to be hard to go back to the limitations of the first game, you know, after I play the later game. And I'm like usually able to like, you know, I play retro games all the time. I'm able to get my mind in the context of when it was released and, you know, understand that, you know, that these games aren't going to have these niceties or something like that. Right.
I mean, I can tell you with relative certainty that when I finish Pokemon, like I'm probably not going back to any earlier games in the series.
No.
I don't feel like I need to, especially since I feel as though I will miss the streamlining in the newer one, in those older ones. And one of the things that's been kind of fascinating to hear from people is because I think that there's a tendency to say like, oh, like the new one sucks, you know?
Yeah.
And like people have been enjoying the stream a bit because they said it's just nice seeing somebody play this game without like any of the baggage of like, oh, I can't, it's not as good as these other ones, and I'm gonna like pick out.
Or it doesn't have it doesn't have a complete Pokedex, or the animations and character models are the same as they were on 3DS.
Yeah, like I think people have just enjoyed the aspect of seeing me play this without any kind of idea of like what came before, and I'm judging the game based on itself, not the series against like what's come before.
To a lesser extent, similar to my story of where I just played Pokemon Blue, and then I played Snap on N64, and kind of felt really done with Pokemon by that point. And like I just didn't have any interest in playing Gold and Silver. It didn't really call to me when the GBA games came out. But then like when Diamond and Pearl came around, I was kind of like, that original Pokemon game was pretty fun. Like I was like feeling the urge again, right? Like I was like, maybe I could get back into that. And I loved it, but Pokemon Diamond is like people don't super love Gen 4. That's the 4th generation.
Yeah.
Like that like ended up being like a lesser generation among like the hardcore fans. But like I loved it because like my only point of reference was the original game, So I didn't have like the expectations set by Gen 2 or Gen 3, right?
Right.
And, I was also going to say, like, it kind of reminded me of, I haven't seen the new Superman movie, but I thought something really interesting I read someone say about it was that it like there's already superheroes and supervillains in the world. And you're just kind of like dropped into it.
Yeah.
It's like you're dropped. Like, I think as far as I know, it is an origin story for Superman himself, but like, he's not like the original superhero in this.
No,
this
I mean, the opening text basically says that superheroes have been like around for 300 years, or like metahumans as they call them.
Right. So like the thing I read was like, it was likened to, nowadays people are like, oh, well, if I want to get into this like comic, I have to like start from the beginning.
Yes.
And it's like kind of plausible to do that now. Whether you should or shouldn't is another question, but like that just seems logical to people, I guess.
It seems plausible if like that's the only thing that you're interested in.
Right, but it's accessible is what I'm saying. Like you can get like digital copies, and the bookstore has like complete collections and stuff. Like but the difference is if you were wanting to get into a comic, like a superhero comic in the 90s, like you would have to get like the original Superman issue 1 or whatever, right? And that's not going to happen. Like if you're interested in getting into X-Men or whatever, you're just going to buy the latest X-Men.
Yeah. Well, at the time, that's what you do is you just
but you're like kind of dropped into the middle of like all this stuff. But guess what? You kind of pick up on the cues and clues and context, and you get into it anyway. And I think we've convinced ourselves that we like need to start something from the beginning.
Yes.
For like for like maximum enjoyment, and I don't think that's true. We've just convinced ourselves that's true.
Yeah. Well,
and people argue like, oh, where's the best place to start if like I want to ensure that this person's going to get into the series? Where do I recommend they start? Like people overthink and overdebate this stuff.
And I think that like basically the idea should really be like kind of like what I did with Yakuza is like, play the latest one, and if you really like it, then go back. If you feel compelled to go back, then go back.
Yeah. Well, I played God of War 2 first. Like
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I like honestly, like God of War, the original God of War, like wasn't even on my didn't really get on my radar at all. Like when that came out, like I later learned that like, oh, this game's pretty beloved. Like I just like somehow like saw almost nothing about it. And I was just like really bored one day, and God of War 2 had recently come out, and I'm like, man, I hear this is really good. And you know what? I loved it. It was okay that I didn't play God of War 1. Exactly. You know?
Yeah.
But you know, yeah, I don't usually just like jump into like the most recent of a series, but like maybe we should do that more often, you know? And like don't get so hung up on
starting from the beginning, like you know, and the thing is that if you say something like that, chances of you actually like of a person doing that are probably very slim.
Yes.
Or if you do actually do that, then you find yourself like rushing through as fast as you can and not even like really enjoying the experience, probably.
Yeah.
Just trying to be like, all right, I gotta get caught up. I gotta get done.
There is an appeal to a binge, but
right. But I think that, you know, if it's one game, sure. But if it's like, oh, you're 5 games behind.
Yeah.
You know, like say Metroid Prime 4 is coming out and nobody's played any Metroid game. It's like, oh, I gotta play all the Metroid games before this one new one comes out.
And it's like, you know what? Just play it. Like listen, Metroid Prime 3 came out almost 20 years ago. I'm sorry to inform y'all. And I haven't replayed it since. And so like I remember when like the first like real trailer for Prime 4 finally came out like last year, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
People were like, oh, here's this character from like Metroid Prime 3 or like Hunters or something like that. And it's like, that's kind of significant because blah, 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 blah. And it's like, guys, I literally don't remember. Like I'm going to be jumping into Metroid Prime 4, like with very little memory of like how or if the story like developed in any way significant between the 3 existing Prime games, you know, like, and you know what, like that's okay. I think like I don't think it's that important to my enjoyment of it, you know?
Yeah.
And honestly, like if, you know, game companies, I think, especially when they bring back a series after so long, like they're counting on people just getting into the new game, especially when the originals aren't available. Like they're counting on people having interest in that. So, you know, like I think the games are probably, you know, there is something cool about interconnected stories, but at the end of the day, a good story needs to stand on its own. Like if a story is,
I thought I was going there.
No good, but if it's only good if you have like full context of everything else, then like the story told by that entry in the series is probably not that interesting, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I think it's flawed storytelling to have too many things that are only serving a future entry. Like, I thought it was kind of lame. You know, don't get me wrong. I really like Final Fantasy VII Remake. But, like, the motorcycle soldier guy, like, he played a medium-ish role in Rebirth. But there was no reason for him to exist in Remake.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, we had this character design, we want to do something with him.
He appeared the one time, and they're just like, oh, this is a character we want to introduce.
Yeah.
But he served no purpose within the story of Remake other than introducing himself.
Yeah.
You know, it goes back to what I was...
bit in Rebirth was throwaway, too. Like,
yeah, I mean, his role was like not completely superfluous, but it wasn't so significant that he needed to be introduced in Remake. you know?
Yeah.
So, Yeah, it goes back to what I was saying before. Like that character's existence served no purpose other than character development. Whereas, I think things in like dialogue and cutscenes in a game need to either advance the plot or advance the gameplay, and character development and world building need to be embedded within those things rather than standing on their own. And that existed for no reason other than to introduce the character. It did not serve anything about the story that Remake was trying to tell.
Yeah.
There was a super chat from Dad1153. Thank you, as always. Saying you produce I was about to say ICO, an eco movie. Mm-hmm. Who stars / directs it?
Who stars? I don't know if I could think of who I.
Yeah, I mean the actors would be pretty young, so.
Yeah. I feel like Guillermo del Toro.
That's exactly what I was like. To be honest, like I've not actually been the biggest fan of the Del Toro movies I've seen. I remember,
but it's been you can appreciate like what it is that his vision is. His
vision, his artistic style.
Yeah,
like that's the best part of his movies. But I don't like. I've only seen it once, and it was a long time ago. But like I remember thinking Pan's Labyrinth was really good.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, like I didn't like Pacific Rim that much. Blade 2 was okay, but
yeah, I don't really consider that though. Like I don't know. Like it's weird to think that that's like a movie he did.
Yeah.
The only thing I remember about Blade 2, like the entire thing, the only thing I remember is like how crappy the fight looks in front of those lights. With like the full body CG.
Oh, I mean, there's definitely
That's the
some.
Only thing I remember about that movie. Because I really really like the first one. I think the first one is awesome.
Yeah, I agree. The first one's great. Third one's terrible. I mean, so I don't know. Like I've not seen. I don't know if I've seen any more of his movies than those 3. But like I feel like I should be really into Del Toro movies, but the ones I've seen has been a little more miss than hit. However, like I think his sense of art direction would be really good fit for like adapting the Ueda style.
Yeah.
But actors, like, I mean, first of all, like I barely pay attention to actors anyway. I mean, I feel like if I was producing this movie, I mean, and I say Del Toro, but like, come to think of it, like, I almost feel like it should be a Japanese movie with Japanese actors. So maybe it should also be a Japanese director, because, like, I mean, Iko himself definitely looks Asian. It's like, it's hard to tell with like Yorda and the Witch, but like, I feel like Iko should probably be Japanese or at least Asian.
Oh, can I put these in here?
So I don't know. Like obviously, like Iko should be younger than Yorda by a few years. But yeah, I don't really know who to pick for them.
Yeah, I couldn't pick an actor.
Yeah, I mean, even if I was like to pick like someone for like Stranger Things or something, those kids are so old by now.
The more unknown, the better, probably.
Yes, agreed 100%.
Yeah, because you're not going to hear them really talking.
Yeah, you don't want to be thinking about like, who is this, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that'd be my answer. I think it should be. I think it would be best as a Japanese movie. I can't think of a specific director that would be a good fit for it. You know, I don't know who the director of these was, but the 90s Gamera trilogy was composed by the composer of Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh.
So maybe the director of those movies.
Yeah.
I enjoyed those movies. I thought they were pretty good. Anyway, why don't I mean, I know we're right at the end of the stream here, so maybe I'll try to go through these kind of quick.
Yeah. I just need to get when I get to the next
I've got
stage
my stack right here of the PS4 and PS5 games that I'm pretty sure I don't need to try again. I mentioned it already, the Japanese PS4 version of Shredder's Revenge. Only got it because, like, the included soundtrack was the price of a soundtrack that I would have paid for anyway. It was a shockingly good deal.
Yeah. So now you got the PS4 version. Yeah, because there's no reason to keep
I just don't need this copy of the game. It's the vanilla version of the game anyway.
Yeah.
PS5 here, I've got Tachia, which, like, yeah. I played several hours of it, and it was not grabbing me. Like, I respect what they were going for with this game, but it just, like, the basic, like, movement and control just felt really bad. Like, it wasn't, like, I realize it's a small team and they're trying to do something that's, like, you know, celebrating their culture, and I think that's really cool, but I didn't find the game to be fun to play at all. Like, it just wasn't doing anything for me. Did I skip a Joshua Eichert? Oh no, I did. I apologize, Joshua Eichert. Oh, and I missed another from Matthew. I apologize. I did see it, but I think I was on a ramble. This was in reference to I was reading the Japanese title of Shredder's Revenge. It was, you know, Shredder. It was like Shredder no something kanji, and Matthew said something times 2 no some kind of kanji is all dating sim names, which is probably true. And then there was Joshua Eichert, who's been a member for 31 months in a row. Thank you. Saying happy Sunday. Loving the games you guys have been doing on stream recently. ICO is an all-time classic. Well, I think you've been loving the games Coury has been streaming recently. Me, streaming games led to me making piles like this. my last stream was kind of just like, ugh. And then there was one from Joshua Helmke just now. Thank you. Saying Miyazaki would make a good ICO movie. And you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. I don't know if he would care to, like, make an adaptation of something these days. Like, I don't. He always seems like such a grumpy guy. You know, I have no idea what he would like to do.
So is that it? That was all of them?
No. There's quite a few more. I'm sorry to break your heart here, Coury, but Power Wash Simulator it's not for me.
Oh well,
it's not. Do you need a PS5 copy?
Yeah, I only have a PS4 copy. I'd take that and then
get rid of.
I'll pass on my PS4 copy.
Did you have like a digital upgrade, or did you just play the PS4?
So it has a digital upgrade, but I can't redeem it because it was given away as a PS Plus game.
Oh, so you just played the PS4 version?
No, I have it digitally on the Xbox also.
Oh,
that's where I first bought it.
That's how you.
Because I had it on there, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna buy the I'll just play the digital version of that, but I wanted a physical version, and the PS5 version was like hard to find at the time. So, or it was at least, I think it might have been like either $10 or $20 more. So I was like, I'll just buy the PS4 version just so I have a copy of it.
Yeah.
But I'd be interested in that.
Okay.
I can understand.
Well, I already set it on
that
a different pile.
I mean, there's that. I can't believe that part 2 is coming out, and I will absolutely be streaming part 2.
Oh yeah. Will that be a Coury's Cozy Coffee Corner game, or is that's sure. Like prime? That's or you might start on like prime time Sunday night stream though.
Yeah, but I mean, it has 4-player co-op too, which like certainly interests me.
Next, I apologize to Henry Clark if he is present. This was a recommendation from him, and this seems like a good game, but it wasn't clicking with me. You might be interested in it, actually. Maybe I'll give it to you, and then you can decide if you want to keep it. But it's Inertial Drift Twilight Rivals Edition. It's like I'm looking at the pictures on the back. I'm trying to remember how it looked like. It's like kind of cell shaded. It's like it's got kind of an interesting drifting mechanic where the right stick you like it's like a dual. It's a behind the car like normal racing game, but it's like kind of dual stick, and you use the right stick to drift. So like the drifting is different.
Yeah, I don't know if I like the sound of that.
Like it's interesting. It's interesting. It's interesting. It is interesting.
But it I'm to the point now where I think the interesting is not to sell me anymore.
We've got at least one person who's heard of it. Like I've never heard anyone else talk about this game. DCGX says Inertial Drift is great until the very end. Then the difficulty spiked to an ungodly level. Yikes. Yeah, it's because it's got like a story mode. I mean, it seems like a cool game, but it just wasn't for me. I don't think like it. I thought the controls were interesting, but it just wasn't clicking with me. 8-Bit Moss says interesting is no longer interesting to Coury.
Did I say that specifically? Like,
well, you're just like interesting isn't good enough for me or something like that.
Yeah.
Here's something that I tried a little bit of, and this was a game I was like real on the fence about getting. Like I want to say like multiple publishers had this. And like, so I kept seeing it come up, and I'm like, because this was, I think, not too long after we got into Returnal. And so I was like, kind of like thinking like, oh, maybe I should try more like roguelite things.
Yeah.
And this one is like, it's like a Doom-looking boomer shooter roguelite called Nightmare Reaper.
Nightmare Reaper.
Nightmare Reaper. And I tried a little bit of it, but it's fine, I guess. But I just don't know if like it feels like something I really want to like commit to,
Yeah. I pre-ordered that Hades 2 on the Switch too, though. You see that Nintendo's publishing it, so the whole game is SCART.
No, really?
Yeah.
But it is coming physically to other systems, I assume, right?
I assume so too. Yes.
Wow, Nintendo publishing
I'll get that version.
That's super interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow. Huh. Anyway, next is a game that I actually booted up on a Games I've Never Booted stream. And it was doing like absolutely nothing for me. Is The Falconeer for PS5.
Oh, yeah, I got rid of that one too.
Did you even try it?
I remember watching you try it, and I thought it was a rail shooter, but it's not. And
No,
once I
it's like
found out
a
it was
very
not a rail
like
shooter, I lost interest in it.
yeah, it's very like it's more dogfighty, which I dogfighting can be okay, but I'm not the biggest fan, and like almost seemed open worldy in kind of a way. Like it I was just like I can tell this is like not going to be for me. Next, I haven't played this because I still haven't played the previous two games. Now, this is a series that you need to do one at a time. I know this is not considered the greatest, but I've also got like, this is redundant because I've got like a complete version of Shenmue 3.
Oh, yeah. I have the complete version also. But now there's like that PS5 version and like the new next gen version coming out, but I need to play 2. Although
here is the PSVR Sam & Max game. This time it's virtual. I'd never tried a Sam & Max game before. This game made me excited to play other Sam & Max games. But because the writing was great. The writing is great, the characters are great. The gameplay is like it's like unplayable. Like it like the VR gameplay is horrible. Like really, really horrible. Like it is no fun at all. Barely functions.
Hanging by a thread at all times.
Yes. The game technically feels put together by duct tape. But the characters and writing top notch. I just don't want to play through it, you know?
Yeah.
So I've got other Sam & Max games. So I'm looking forward to playing those.
Is that the Shadow of the Colossus sword in there?
Huh?
Is that the Shadow of the Colossus sword that's...
I mean, that one like looks kind of straight. Like Shadow of the Colossus sword has a little more like squiggling to the blade, yeah?
Yeah, well, really on the tip of it, I think. I guess it does get a little wider.
Yeah, I was very sad that Sam & Max game was bad because I enjoyed the characters and writing so much, but like the gameplay, like you're using the move controllers, and it's like the worst move controller gameplay I have experienced on PSVR. Like it was bad. Maybe it's on the Quest 3. I should look into that. Maybe it plays okay on there. It did not play good on PSVR. I can confirm that. Like if there was a good playing game of that, even if it was digital only, I'd get that. Anyway, next, guess what? It's Rava and the Cyclops Curse.
What the heck is that?
It's the black mage with the contra jumps. Remember?
This sounds slightly familiar. Yeah.
Okay, so
it's a black mage who does like. Oh, okay. Is that the one that has like the
burnt in like numbers in the corner of the screen?
Yes.
There's like
a version number is like.
It's like a version number or something that's like 2% opacity, like burned into an awkward place in the HUD, and it's just sitting there.
And it's like a bug or something.
It is like not been patched, and I'm just like I cannot.
You cannot with this.
I cannot with that. I cannot with that. But it's like I wouldn't have bought this if it wasn't for you, because I didn't see it. But like you're like, oh, Red Art Games has this game that's like, and I kind of want to get it just because you play as a black mage. It looks like a Final Fantasy black mage, but he like does spinny jumps like Contra. It's like that was all it took.
That's all it took to at one point to sell us to sell
all
you
I
a
think
game.
at one point.
I mean,
yes.
like I was like, I kind of want this because of that, and you're like, dude,
But
I'm absolutely getting that because
you didn't. You were the smart one. You're the smart one. I mean, it seems fine, but I cannot even with that burnt-in version number that's at 2% opacity. There's clearly a mistake. I can't. I will not.
Until you find out it's like some sort of like meta game or something.
Wouldn't that be funny? But like, yeah. But like, come on, like. It's like NES, it's like 8-bit color palette, Final Fantasy Black Mage ripoff, doing the spinny contra jumps. Like, right?
Yes, it's like, okay.
Yeah. But it seems like just a really cheap game,
Yeah.
PS4 Outer Wilds, I've got the like complete PS5 version.
Yep.
Haven't played it yet, but I sure don't need this.
That was on my pledge list last year, and I really need to do that. Like I tried it, and I understand like the ship controls were like I died immediately when I got on the ship, and I like, I know now that is like it's supposed to basically supposed to happen.
Huh? I feel like you cut out there.
The ship controls like are like notoriously difficult, and they're not. You're not supposed to like be good at it.
Right. It's like supposed to be a bit challenging.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet you need to get that sword and then cut that.
Yeah.
Almost to the bottom of this pile here. Here's another PSVR game. This one I'm a little more on the fence about. This is why these are not like the 100% sure I want to get rid of. This is a game that I bet most people don't know. Most people here don't even know exists. But there is a Miyazaki.
He's frozen. You've frozen here.
Dark Souls Miyazaki. It's called Dara. Huh? Am I?
Oh, you're back now. You were frozen there for a little bit.
It called Daracina. Like I was probably supposed to be.
Yeah. The VR game.
French. This was. I'm pretty sure this was a GameStop exclusive. The physical was. And I don't know. I thought it was going to be more interesting than it was, and I feel like my opinion on it could have been skewed by trying to stream this. I streamed it on the Backloggery for like an hour or so, and of course I had the headset on, so I couldn't see like how people were reacting. And Drum's like, I have to tell you, people think this game is incredibly boring.
So you're like, all right, we're done.
And I'm like, well, it's interesting. I feel like I was lying to myself. I don't think it was actually that interesting. It is pretty boring.
Yeah.
It is pretty boring, but like part of me feels like if I wasn't feeling the pressure to entertain people, I might have gotten a little more out of it,
Yeah.
But it is pretty boring. It's just, it's not, I don't know. I will say like it's not one of the top reasons I would want to play PSVR again, honestly. Here's a game I have a better version of on PS5 and still haven't played. It's Battle Axe from Bitmap Bureau.
Okay, so do you have the PS5 version, or do you have any?
I do.
Yeah, and the PS5 version is like the special edition or whatever.
Yeah, well, and also it has like
that same thing. I got rid of that one.
It has a gameplay feature, like a really good gameplay feature was not patched into the PS4 version, which is being able to strafe and shoot.
Yeah.
So I have no
and that
reason to ever.
That was
play
not even
PS4.
patched into like any other version. Yeah, like even the version that's on the Bitmap Bureau collection on the Switch.
Really? It's only the PS5 version with
as far as I know. Yeah, that's the only version of it that.
Interesting. And lastly, I'm pretty sure this is a game that you can't even play. This I only
took you can't even play anymore.
Well, it's an online game. It's a game I wouldn't have had any interest in. No. I mean, maybe you can, but I feel like you can't. I only took this because when I was in Germany in 2024, John and I visited his friend Klaus, and he had a lot of cool stuff. He sells games at German conventions and stuff. And he had like a ton of copies of the German version of Dead Alliance for PS4, which otherwise I've never even heard of.
What is that? I
don't know. It's just some here it says Wilde Mehrspieler Aktion. Mehrspieler must be the German word for multiplayer. Mehr is like more, so it's like more player. Wilde Mehrspieler Action. Jeder Zombie ist eine Waffe. Einzelspieler Überlebensmodus. Story Basketeer Hordenmodus. Hordenmodus. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I'm pretty sure Stefan, you're German, right?
I'm gonna call it here since you're wrapping up here.
Hordenmodus. I kind of love that. Hordenmodus. Anyway, I feel bad because Klaus gave this to me, but he only gave it to me because he had like 1 billion and he like couldn't sell them.
And you wanted something with the USK on it, right?
Oh, it's got that big old USK and a Peggy 18 on it.
Yes. Disc has a bunch of some bonus content on here too. We'll look at the bonus content.
Oh, one of those. You know what I'm surprised was I must have accidentally put it on the wrong pile, on the I need to test this pile. Because Gunborg Dark Matters for PS5.
Yeah, I got rid of that one.
I did. Oh, you bought that?
Yeah, I mean that was like the game that I think started me down that path of I should get rid of some of this stuff.
No, Shing was the game.
But Dark Matter is okay, Shing was the game that made me to commit to doing it. I think that Dark Matter, Gunborg, made me think maybe I should do this.
Well, I mean, I think that was also the game that made me.
It was the game that made me think maybe I should do this, but Shing was the game that made me say I'm doing this.
I see. Gunborg was the game that made me think man, I gotta be more careful about which ones of these kinds of games I get, right? Yeah. And then Mighty Gunvolt Burst was the game that made me be man, I really do gotta get rid of some of these. I must have put that on the I need to try this pile, but I definitely have tried it. But it needs to be on this pile. Where is it? Here it is. There it is. It's Gunborg Dark Matters.
Yeah, you putting that on the pile?
Oh, it's going on the first. That one's a for sure. that one's a for sure.
Were these behind the scenes things created just for this version? I wonder.
Yeah,
I miss the days of this kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
In games, I know they don't do it because they can just put it on on YouTube now.
Yeah.
That makes sense, but it's just neat having this stuff like on the disc.
Mm-hmm.
Like that PS2 era where they would do stuff like this,
Yep.
like crazy, was just, I don't know, like I just miss that so much.
Well, because the disc was cheap to produce and you could just fill it up.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
Now everything has to be fully
this is all edited in Final
installed.
Cut Pro, I can tell you that right now, because that's like the default subtitle font for Final Cut
Oh
Pro.
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, you know what I put on my maybe pile? Like I need to boot this up and see if I played a few hours of it and never went back to it, and I would feel bad about this one, but I remember you saying you like didn't really feel anything playing this. I'm pretty sure you finished it though. Is Kina Bridge of Spirits?
Yeah, but I felt like it was, I didn't feel a whole lot about it, I guess, but I do feel like I liked the vibe of it enough to like want to keep it around.
Yeah, like it was just kind of like
you would like. I think that you would like it.
It does. Like I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. Like I didn't continue it. I don't remember if I was busy or what. But I just like there was nothing I disliked about it. But like I didn't feel like at the time, for whatever reason, like I just didn't feel immediately like I gotta keep playing this.
Right.
You know, like I don't. It's very unusual for me to like I actually like kind of went out of my way. Like it's so weird I didn't finish that, because I like actually kind of went out of my way to get it, because like it just I was just like, man, I want to play something. What do I want to play? And then that game popped in my head, and like I was like looking online to see like where I could find a copy of it locally.
Mm-hmm.
And like it was really hard to find a copy locally, and like I actually went to a GameStop that said they had it in stock, and they said, oh, like someone stole our case, but we've just got the disc. And I'm like, oh, well, there was another GameStop that had a copy. And so like that was like the only place I could find it locally. Like I was just like, it was just like a Saturday, and I'm just like, I want to play something. I don't know what I want to play. And I was just like, man, you know, I meant to get that game. And so like I got it. I got home, like I started it right away. I just like didn't play it again. I don't like isn't that
all
weird?
that effort.
Like isn't that weird? Like that's so unlike me. Like to have made that kind of effort to be like, I'm going to go hunt down a copy of this game today because I want to play it today.
Yeah.
And then I just like played it one day and like never got back to it. Like it's so weird. Like I don't do stuff like that.
Well, that sounds like you got a pretty good list there, like a pretty good amount of things to draw from.
Yeah. So, but I've got this PS5 Power Wash.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
put that on a pile for you.
Or I'll pass my PS4 copy on to somebody that I think would like it.
Yeah. Can you put it in your little library?
Yeah, you know, I've thought about doing that a lot, actually, like with certain things that, you know, they don't have to be books. They could just be like anything, really. Like I could. I
mean, I don't know anything about the little library concept. Like, would it be frowned upon for it to be for?
No, absolutely not. People put like movies in there a bunch and put other things.
Okay.
I like the coolest thing I've ever gotten in my little library is like, for some reason somebody put like a Breath of Fire hymn book in there, like Super NES Breath of Fire. Like I saw it in there and I was like, holy cow! Like I'm taking this.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like Power Wash Simulator, like PS4 version, is like the perfect thing to put in there.
Yeah, I would totally do that. Yeah.
You should do it.
I think it would be fun to, see how long it takes to go. No, seriously, there we put stuff out there a bunch, but I should probably put like, some like, I should have, before I like took everything into Arcade Legacy, I should have put a few games out there just to see what happens. Right?
Absolutely. Well, like PS4 is probably like, one of the PS4 games is probably one of the best things you can put in there, because it's probably like the console that the most people can play.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, see, this is so interesting. It's crazy to me thinking that like Last Guardian started on PS3. Like it would like not run very good on there. I guess this is what we're seeing right here, right? And now we're seeing Last Guardian running on.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be
like
the
in these
PS3
videos,
version.
right? But I don't know. It's hard to say if they are or not, because I'm pretty sure they're showing like the versions of ICO and Shadow of the Colossus like off of this version.
Right, but like,
still, like if we're seeing
this is on PS3 though,
yeah, so
right? And like the game disappeared for a long time, so I mean, it looked good. It looks good in these,
Yeah.
But like, it was probably just really hard to, manage all of the AI and the feathers and the destruction physics and things like that. I mean, look at this. It looks good.
Yeah, I feel like it's not running on a real PS3 though. It's probably running on.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, I think that's a big part of what happened. Like why it just disappeared is because it was just like, this is not a good enough system to run it. And it didn't even come out until like basically the PS4 Pro was out, right?
Yeah, because
like
I remember people saying like, "Oh, don't play that on a base PS4," which, I think was a little harsh, but.
Yes. Okay, so it came out in 2016. When did the PS4 Pro come out?
2016.
Okay, so it must have been right around the same time. I should like look at the back of the case to see if it has any enhancement on there.
I'm really happy that you liked the game as much as you did, because
it just felt
feel
really
like
refreshing, I think, compared to like there's no yellow paint. Like the other thing that I was thinking, I meant to say it earlier, is like there's no skill tree. You just like have everything that you need in the game straight from the start.
Wait, Stefan's saying 2017 for PS4 Pro.
Well, whenever.
I mean, I assume it was a worldwide launch. That couldn't have been like the year. I could have swore it was 2016, because I got an LG C7, and I got that in the summer of 2017, and I know I bought a PS4 Pro before I had a 4K TV. I got PS4 Pro when PS4 Pro came out. So I feel fairly, just because I have a C7, makes me feel pretty sure that PS4 Pro had to have been 2016. And I think Xbox One X was 2017.
DCGX, so The Last Guardian, is the first PS4 game I played and beat.
Oh. Nice. Well, I hope maybe our discussion has maybe given people the urge to give it a second chance or something.
Yeah, and if you have like any form of PS Pro or whatever, I think that it's like available to everybody. Just one of those like pro games that was just available to everybody, I think. Part of like the I don't know, a collection of games that people got access to if they had PS4 Pro and PS5 or something like that at the time. There's like a whole list of them. But I liked it.
Yeah. And seeing you play ICO here,
yeah,
kind of made me all the more surprised that it didn't get the reception I think it deserves, because like ICO, there's a lot in common with like interacting with Yorda.
Yeah,
in a lot of
but this is like, you know, you don't really get much of a chance to go off on your own, and you don't have like any attacks of your own, except for like pushing a little bit.
But I feel like, you know, the same people who fell in love with it just, the more I think about it, the themes and the way you bond with the partner character, you know, if people fell in love with ICO, I feel like they should understand, you know, what was going on with you know, the intent behind how the animal works in The Last Guardian, and also people who tolerated the frame rate on PS2 for Shadow of the Colossus and dealt with the, you know, laggy and challenging controls in that version of the game. Like, I like, the more things I think about, like the things people were complaining about with The Last Guardian were like exactly the reasons they liked ICO, and you know, and loved Shadow of the Colossus in spite of. So like, the more I think about it, the more strange I feel that it's kind of lukewarm reception was. Like, it's a really, really good game. Like, I like it more than ICO, and like it's not that far from Shadow of the Colossus for me. Like, I can't even think of a specific reason that I would like rank it lower than Shadow of the Colossus, other than that I just have a longer standing connection to Shadow of the Colossus, you know?
Yeah.
But like, I would consider them of comparable quality. You really should download the VR thing.
Yeah, I'll look into it.
For Last Guardian. I don't remember what it's called.
See, here's that bullet commercial I was telling you about.
Right.
Where like tracks his bullet through here. But then you can like pause it and like move the camera around. Remember like when I think I've talked about this on the stream before, but like this is like the kind of thing that Square was saying like the PS2 is going to be able to do with the Spirits Within.
No.
Where at any point you're going to be able to. Like,
right. You just be able to like look around the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the PS2, right? When you're watching the DVD.
Like, why did they even like? Sony was just so grandiose back then.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know we're talking Square Enix, but like, you know, they're just talking up with it. It's so hilarious that they even like thought they could do that. But no, seriously, like that original Killzone 2 trailer like has like quality of animation and quality of character models and sheer number of characters, and the way that the like smoke and explosions are rendered is just like all this like absolutely would not be happening at on a PS3. Some of it wouldn't be happening at all. Some of it certainly not at the level of fidelity, like, you know.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch it, because I feel like people were still like, you know, it's not the same thing, but it's like actually like closer than what people were thinking it was going to be. Because I think the people were saying there's no way that the game could possibly look like this. But then it like, oh, can I slow it down? In the puddle, we find oh, look at this. In the reflection, the you can like. See the pixels distance to the camera? Whatever that means. Oh, you can like look at like, oh, this is cool. So you can see like the, what is it, like the bump, pixels orientation and bump mapping.
Oh.
Reflective materials. No colorization and lens effects. Only the lighting components and no textures. That's kind of neat, right?
Yeah. That is cool.
And you can like make it full screen, I guess, too.
That kind of reminds me of how like Switch Welcome Tour has like a split screen where you can see like DLSS on and DLSS off.
Wait, what does that?
Switch 2 Welcome Tour, like it has like a, you can like see like the two sides, and I kind of thought it was faked. I was like, I don't know, that DLSS side looks too good to actually be upscaled for that low resolution, but I don't have that much experience with DLSS. And I asked John, I'm like, is it real? And he's like, oh yeah, they did it. They did it legit.
Huh. So this is kind of neat though, that you can kind of.
It is neat. It is neat.
And you can move through the scene too. You can have it paused and.
I saw DCGX note that the Last Guardian VR demo can only be played on PS4. It's one of the few PS4 things not compatible with PS5, which I don't think you have. You don't have like the USB adapter for playing PSVR on.
Oh yeah, I got it. I got it like at the very end of their availability.
Okay, but I guess you'll have to play that on your PS4 Pro.
Yeah.
I have used it. I played through Blood and Truth on PS5 with that. Because that game actually got like a PS5 patch. It I mean you still have to use PSVR 1 with it, but it runs at like I forget like 6K resolution, or I forget what, but it super samples from like a much higher resolution than the PSVR 1 lenses actually are. I don't know what off the top of my head what the resolution is, but it super samples, so it looks like a lot better on a PS5. That game was good. Like that game, the move controls were totally fine. Totally fine. Sam and Max, this time it's virtual, was just like, oof. That game didn't work.
All right. I think that'll do it.
That'll do it.
That was fun. That's fun. Thanks to everybody who donated, and thanks to everybody who stuck around and hung out with us. If anybody wants to see me play some Pokemon, check out our Twitch channel tomorrow morning. I'll be back at it for a couple hours, and
maybe sometime soon I'll consider finding a Twitch stream time for myself, and I'll maybe start off like going through some of these games that I'm like, okay, like I need to try that or play it a little more before I decide whether it goes on the chopping block.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be a fun way to maybe start like a little Twitch thing on the MLiG channel for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can monetize Twitch a little better.
Yeah, I mean I don't know if it's just because like I stream so early, like we get people like a different group of regulars, but I mean,
right.
I only recently started putting it into the actual Pokemon category.
Oh.
Previously, I always have everything as like just chatting. But you get some people in there, and I think that people get excited when they see that somebody's playing it for the first time.
Right.
And especially when I'm kind of receptive to be like, all right, what does this mean? Or can you explain like what's the weakness here? What should I do? I think people get into that.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're having a good time with it.
Yeah. And like I've wanted to play the game outside of the stream, just to like, go around and just like grind a little bit.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to only play it on stream.
Well, it's good you're feeling that urge though,
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Anyways, hope everyone has a great week. We're actually working on videos, so that's good. So just keep doing what we're doing. And we'll get some new videos on the channel.
I don't want to promise that this PC Engine video will be done this week, because like who knows what could stand in my way.
Yeah.
But like,
it's probably
if it doesn't release this coming week, then it's like it'll be very close to being done by this time next week. It'll be one of those two things.
I think you'll be all right.
Yeah.
I think you'll be all right.
It depends on like how much I want to see the ending of Death Stranding 2. We'll see. I might have a hard time stopping playing it.
Well, I mean, I feel like I put like something like 60 hours into it. So
yeah, I remember you said 50 or 60. I'm like maybe 27, and it says 50%.
Yeah.
So
just yeah.
But I did that in like a week.
Yeah. Depends on how predisposed you get to like other things that happen in the game. Because I just found I found that the gameplay loop to be very addictive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I've been thinking about like Silent Hill F, which I pre-ordered, comes out not this week, but the end of the next week, and I want to start that day one. And I've like kind of been thinking like, oh, I wonder if it's possible I could beat Death Stranding 2 in time to have time for like a short pledge game.
Oh, okay.
And I've been kind of thinking like, I think probably the shortest pledge that I have left is Dark Savior. I'm expecting that to be pretty short. And like because of needing to potentially use the Saturn RGB cable a little bit for the PC Engine video, my Saturn like is not hooked up. So like I'm kind of thinking like, oh, what if I can get that PC Engine video done and beat Death Stranding 2, and then be able to get my Saturn back in place to play through Dark Savior.
Dang.
What if I could get all those things done before Silent Hill F?
Well,
get video out, get a pledge game done, get Death Stranding 2 done.
Goals.
That'd be great. That'd be great if I could do that all before Silent Hill F.
There you go. Anyways, hopefully everybody has a great week. Take care of yourselves out there. And good night.